Good evening, everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you doing? And welcome to the live watch-along between Bournemouth and Manchester City and Chelsea against Tottenham in the Premier League, guys, which has all sorts of implications at the top of the league and the bottom of the league, guys. Of course, Manchester City still have some may say a slight hope in winning the league. Of course, they need to rely on Crystal Palace at the weekend, but they can only do what they need to do, which is beat Bournemouth. It's a must win for Manchester City. They have to go out there and beat Bournemouth. And Bournemouth are no easy team to play against, especially at the Vitality Stadium. They're very difficult to beat there. They don't lose there many times, guys. So it's going to be a difficult game for Man City. And even on the best of times, it's always difficult to play at Bournemouth. In regards to Tottenham against Chelsea, that will be kicking off a little bit later, 15 minutes, 45 minutes later than the Manchester City game. For whatever reason it is, that would be kicking off 45 minutes later than the actual Bournemouth against Man City game. Strange as it is, but that will be kicking off very, very soon after this game has happened. So basically, when it's half time in this game, the other game will be kicking off. No rest for the wicked, of course, guys. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's doing fine. Please, guys, don't forget to smash the like on the video whilst you're in here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. If you guys could do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. I really appreciate it. Of course, guys, hope everyone's looking forward to a very, very good game, guys. Absolutely. Now, let me just get through the lineups, guys. Let me just get through the lineups real quickly for you lot. Let me just get this up. So let's start off obviously with the first game, obviously, which is between Bournemouth and Manchester City. This is the lineup for Bournemouth. They got Petrovic in goal, Trafford, very highly rated, Senesi. This is like the pick of the links to Manchester United, isn't it? When you look at these players, you look at the players are going to be linked to Man United. You've got Pet Trafford, Senesi, Hill and Smith in their defence. Alex Scott, Adams, another one. Two players have been linked to Man United. You got Ryan on the right of the attack. You got Krupi in the centre, number 10, and you got Chavinier as left midfielder, and Ivan Nielsen up front, guys. Ivan Nielsen up front. In regards to Manchester City, the lineup for Manchester City, Donnarumma in goal. Left back is O'Reilly. You got Gay. You got Kusanov and Nunes as the back four. Rodri as a lone CDM. You got Doku on the left. Silva, Kovacic, and Semenyo with Haaland up front. Goes that is the team for Manchester City. When we're moving on to the other game, guys, let's move on to the game later on, of course, which is Tottenham and Chelsea. Chelsea and Tottenham, of course, guys. So the Chelsea lineup, guys, is going to be as follows. There will be Sanchez in goal, Hato, Achiemepong, Fofana, Cucurella, Caicedo, Santos, Neto, Fernandes, Palmer, and Delap for Chelsea. In regards to Tottenham Hotspur, they will have a lineup of Kinski in goal. It's been very impressive lately, Kinski. Udogi, Van der Ven, Danso, Porro, Banter, Paulinho, Kola Mawani, Gallagher, Tell, and Richarlison. That's the lineup for Tottenham Hotspur. So, of course, bear me a second, guys. Yeah, so those are the lineups, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me tonight. Really appreciate you. That's the lineup for the teams, guys, for the games tonight. Should be really kicking off at the same time, shouldn't they, really? But not to be. They are not kicking off at the same time, unfortunately. They're kicking off at inadvertent times, 45 minutes after one and the other. But the first game is ready to kick off, guys. Man City against Bournemouth is about to happen, guys. It's about to kick off. We're ready for kickoff, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome, everyone, guys. Let's get into conversation. Now, obviously, the big news that is coming out of football today is the fact that Southampton have been expelled from the playoffs, guys. It's crazy when you think about it. That is such a historical decision. What do you guys make of that? What do you guys make of that mad decision right there? I mean, obviously, rules are rules, but I would like the Football Association, the PGMO, to have the same energy when it comes to, like, you know, Man City and things like that. They're very quick, ain't they, in regards to punishing these type of teams. But when it comes to the likes of Man City and that, they're not very quick in punishing these teams. And I think that is, like, you know, evident now. Look how quickly they got that done. And how long have Middlesbrough or Sunderland, was it? How long have Southampton been cheating, so to speak? How long have they been cheating? So that's what we have to look at as well. How far do we go back? It's a very complicated situation, guys. It really is. And, you know, I would look at it and think, you know what? it's crazy. Football is crazy sometimes, but I just feel like there's a little bit of double standard going on there. When they want to act quickly, they act quickly. When they don't want to act quickly, you know what they do, isn't it? At the end of the day, guys. But yeah, the game is kicked off between Man City and Bournemouth. Of course, Man City is a must-win for Man City. They need to get this to the last day, guys. And on the last day, you never know. I know, guys. Crystal Palace got a massive game next week against, of course, Rayo Vallecano in the Conference League final. So obviously they're going to be, Crystal Palace might not be up to scratch. They might drop some players, of course. So, it's going to be difficult for Crystal Palace to win that game or draw that game, in my opinion. However, you never know in football, especially at Selhurst Park. What Manchester City have to do, Manchester City just have to win their game, guys. They just have to concentrate on winning what they have. They have to win their games, of course. Let me just say hello to everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Let me just say hello to Bobby, you legend. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're good. Good to see you. Let's say hello to Anfield. Yep, Southampton verdict. Spine is Manchester versus Hull. Be the championship playoff. Yeah, look. I've seen this happen though before, Anfield. I've seen this kind of thing happen before. And nothing has been done about it. No punishment, no retrospective action. Nothing has been done about it. I find it a little bit weird and odd. And also favoritism. Do you know what I mean? Good morning, good evening, shall I say, Ephraim? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. Sal, what is your thoughts on Roy Keane comment about Bruno Fernandes? Look, what people don't like to understand, and they hate to admit it, is that Roy Keane is from a different generation. Roy Keane was like that on the pitch. Roy Keane was like that when he played for Man United. It's not all of a sudden that he started talking like this now. Those who know Roy Keane, who's been around Man United and been supporting Man United for a very long time, know what Roy Keane's about. And I don't disagree with what he's saying. I said this before. I said this many times. I said it before, guys. I couldn't care less about Bruno Fernandes' records. I couldn't. All I care about is this. You see this? Lifting trophies. That's what I care about. And I've said this many, many times. And if you get the accolades and if you get the bonuses and if you get the record on the way, fair play. Congratulations. But you know what? I mean, what Roy Keane said, he said basically Bruno was not doing the correct passes, because he was focused more on his record. And obviously, Roy Keane's going to say it. Roy Keane was one of the greatest captains of all time. He's going to say that, you know what? Play the bloody game, win the game, and then worry about your personal accolades afterwards. I do think we live in a very snowflake society. I think we live in a snowflake society where, winners can't speak these days. Because Roy Keane is a serial winner. He was a serial winner for Man United. We all know what he did at Man United. He was an absolute legend at Man United. I know some people are going to come out here and say, you know what, he's negative, but he's not negative. The only people call Roy Keane negative are the people who've never witnessed him play. This was whole part of Roy Keane's demeanor. This is what he was. This is the captain that he was. This is what made him such a great captain. And he's absolutely right, guys. I don't know why anyone's crying about this. At the end of the day, I said it before. Here comes Man City. And it's a soft shot by Doku there. He should have buried that one, to be honest with you. He really should have buried that. It was a chance there. At the end of the day, guys, what I would say is this. Look, I would say that, there's nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with it. Come on, Bournemouth, says Kenny. Not interested in come on, Bournemouth, mate. Not interested. I want it to go to the last day. You obviously ain't from London. You know what I mean? You got to understand how bad Arsenal fans are, Kenny. You got to understand how bad they are. Man City fans, you can know them. We can't pretend. You can't just force this fake rivalry that you think you have with Man City. By hating Man City, you're more justified as a Man United fan. Arsenal are unbearable. I don't care, whoever. But, at the end of the day, what I would say is this, right? Let it go down to the last day. That's what I would say. I'm not bothered about come on this, come on that. Because at the end of the day, you know nothing about Manchester. You know nothing about London, what it's like being raised there, what it's like having to put up with those fans like my brother has to do and stuff like that. The Arsenal fans are unbearable. Do you know what I mean? And stuff. And I would say, nah. We, this fake, like, oh, I'm going to support Man City because I want to justify myself as a Man United fan. It's not what it is. At the end of the day, Arsenal are the most unbearable fan base. I don't know if you watch any of the streams that I go on, whether it's Hussein, whether it's Don, whether it's Mo, Judge Mo, any one of those shows. You know how unbearable Arsenal fans are. They're the most unbearable fan base in the world. And I would say that what I would say is that you're going to see that when they win the league. You're going to see that, and you're going to come back to me and say, "Sal, you're all right. Arsenal fans are unbearable." Arsenal fans are indeed unbearable. They are. And I would say that, as a football fan, as an experienced football fan who hates Manchester City. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. Creeping Death, what's going on? Hilarious play up Kapumpe. Big up, my friend. Hey, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. What's Gary Neville talking about on Bruno? I don't know what Gary Neville's talking about. I heard what Roy Keane speaks about, but I agree with Roy Keane. And I said this before, guys, and I'm fed up with, this snowflake mentality. I really am, honestly, that, Roy Keane is right. Like, what has Bruno won a league? Right? Has he won a league? What does his personal accolades have to do with us? Great. Well done. Good for you. Good for your accolades. But what we would say is this, right? I want us to win Premier League titles, right? It's not his fault we haven't won a Premier League title. I know. But the fact that, everything was around his record is, come on. And guys, if you watched Man United in the 90s, if you watched Man United when we were successful, we never cared about these kind of things. We never cared about assist records, goal records and stuff like that. Paul Scholes, Eric Cantona, whoever it was, never always had the best record, never had the best stats in the world, but they contributed heavily towards the way the team played. And ultimately, what we did, we won leagues and we won titles as a collective, not as individualism. Individualism will happen on the way whilst you're being successful. And that's what I would say about it. This whole, me sort of individualism, I don't agree with it. And I love Bruno. I think Bruno's a fantastic player and congratulations to him. I'm just saying that, I don't feel that what Roy Keane said was particularly bad. And I just think people are really overreacting in regards to it because he was a serial winner, guys. He did not care about your personal accolades, your little egotistical records. He didn't care about that, guys. He cared about Manchester United winning trophies. Do you know what I mean? That's all we cared about. And I absolutely agree with him. I concur with what he was saying, and some people are going to obviously get their knickers in a twist. They're going to start getting a little bit, angry and he's miserable. He's this. Those are people who never witnessed Roy Keane play. Those are people, chuff monsters who've never seen Man United lift a Premier League trophy. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Those are the kind of people. Well, with me, I've seen 13 titles, guys. I think I have a legitimate opinion about what Man United are and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And that's a realism about it. I watched Man United from before they won their first Premier League title, until their 13th. Do you know what I mean? Title. And I have nothing wrong with what Roy Keane said. Some people are going to jump on the bandwagon and just follow the like sheep in regards to criticizing Roy Keane. They're going to follow him like sheep because it's the popular narrative to do. Look, I would much prefer Roy Keane to keep it to himself and not say anything, but I know what Roy Keane is. I know it's what made Roy Keane such a special player. It's what made Roy Keane an absolute legend at Man United as a captain. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. Big up Ephraim. How you doing? Spot on, Sal. Roy Keane is right. Big up Ephraim, my legend. Big up Footy Mo Judge. Great channel. Yeah, it's a great channel. Hates Man United though, Raja. It's a problem, you know what I mean? But just the way it is, obviously. Afternoon Sal and community. Unfortunately, football was came before 2002. That's what I would say about that, you know what I mean? So sometimes it is a bit of a farce. So afternoon Sal and the community. How are you, my friend? I can't trust Arsenal fans, and I'm dating one. Big up, Graham. Big up, Marky Mark. They're awful, mate. People don't understand how awful Arsenal fans are. And we have a massive rivalry with Arsenal. In the Premier League, we had more of a rivalry than we have with Man City because Man City only come to the fore about 2008. So we haven't really had a massive rivalry with Man City. I do find it funny. There's people out there trying to justify their legitimacy as Man United fans, so hating on Man City. And look, Man City are our rivals, no doubt about it. But people don't really know their history. That's the thing. And they just say, "Oh, I don't like Manchester City. I hate Manchester City," because they're like newbie fans, isn't it? Look, at the end of the day, of course, it is about personal experiences and that. Do you know what I mean? And it is about personal experiences. But if you know about London, if you know about UK, and you know about Arsenal fans, if you're raised in Arsenal, raised in London like I was, and you see, how bad their fans can be, my goodness me, you have no idea. I think a lot of people are gonna get educated over this next few weeks when they win the league. If they win the league, a lot of people are going to be educated to how bad Arsenal fans actually are. Big up Stephen, how you doing, my friend? When Arsenal are champions, RIP football. Yeah, it's the success of dud football, of bad football, isn't it? At the end of the day, do you know what I mean? Rajat, it looks like these fans don't have full context. Roy Keane is used to winning. Exactly. Richard, loved Roy Keane as a player, but hate him as a pundit and any United player in the media style. I don't hate him as a pundit. I think he's very real. What people don't understand, Richard, if you supported this football club a very long time, you would understand that Roy Keane was like that when he used to play. Roy Keane left the football club. Roy Keane got booted at the football club before because he said the youngsters weren't very good. This is Roy Keane. This is what made Roy Keane successful. Roy Keane's absolutely right. There's nothing wrong. I said this before Roy Keane said this. I said, I don't give two hoots about Bruno's little personal records. I don't. I care about this. You see what I mean? This, lifting trophies. I don't like looking at Arsenal or at Manchester City challenging for league titles. You know, do you think Man City and Arsenal care about Bruno's little record? I don't think they do. It's all about winning league titles. Like, at the end of the day, look, what Roy Keane said was right. And I don't want to censor people. We get into that snowflake mentality where we're going to start censoring people now, isn't it? We're going to start censoring what Roy Keane says. But Roy Keane has always been like that. And if guys claim to be Man United fans many, many years, they'll know that. You know, he was always that kind of player, even on the pitch. He was like, here come Man City, 1-0. Right, it's offside, I think. Is it offside? Yeah, it's offside. It's offside. It's just about offside there. It's a good finish, but it was offside, guys. It was offside. And this is what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? And look, Roy Keane is Roy Keane. That's what made him such a great captain. You know, you think Paul Scholes and Eric Cantona and Mark Hughes and all these players who played for Man United had the best records in the world. Do you think they cared about personal accolades? Of course they didn't. You know, and this is what I think he's saying. You know, yes, you congratulate, you can be happy about for someone. Great, fantastic. But what he was saying was right. There were some passes here and there that Bruno wouldn't make because he wanted to get the record. You know what I mean? And things like that. And he admitted it in an interview afterwards. So that's jeopardizing the team, right? Because you never know in football, do you? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you just win the game, forget about it, win it organically, and then your records will come naturally. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what Roy Keane is saying. And I don't think there's anything wrong with what he said, of course. Why do Arsenal fans talk so much for the club that's won their European competition? Because they're gobshites, mate. I call them gobshites. They're the biggest mouths in football. They've got the biggest mouths in football. They've got the ego of Real Madrid, the trophy cabinet of Blackburn Rovers. That's basically what it is. And they are the most obnoxious fans there is. And I don't think anyone quite understands how bad Arsenal fans are. I don't like Man City, right? I don't mind Man City, but I can sit in Manchester Piccadilly, right, waiting for my train and have a good conversation with a Man City fan. I can sit at Manchester Piccadilly waiting for my train and having a good conversation with a Liverpool fan, and I have done many, many times. I can't have a good conversation with an Arsenal fan because an Arsenal fan's first instinct is to be arrogant, is to be obnoxious, to be over the top delusional. That's the first thing about an Arsenal fan. Do you know what I mean? Alex, good afternoon. Big up. How you doing, my friend? Very good to see you, of course. Oh, they are getting Enzo, coach, when Pep leave. Enzo Maresca, they're getting Enzo Maresca. I think they will get Enzo Maresca. I think that'll be announced pretty soon. Of course, all this talk about Luis Enrique and Man United, I think that's just a PR. I think that's PR. I don't think Man United have really gone out there to try and get Luis Enrique. You know, I hope they get Enzo Maresca. I really do, because if they get Luis Enrique, I think Man City will go on even more of a winning run. I really do. I think if they get Enzo Maresca, that gives everyone else a slight chance, if you know what I mean. Look, Man City haven't been that great anyway, to be honest with you, this season. Here come Bournemouth. Good tackle there. Good tackle, Gay. Yeah, Man City haven't been that good anyway. Absolutely. Gay's been a good signing for Man City, but you know what? He cost them the league title, you know. That's very undercover. Mark Gay cost Man City the title against Everton. You know that. He cost them the title. That pass back, which gave away the goal. Do you know what I mean? Here come Bournemouth. Oh, what a miss. What a miss from Evan Nelson. It's an open goal from Evan Nelson. He just needed to tap it in, guys. And he's missed. Wow, what a miss that was. Unbelievable miss, guys. Unbelievable. Was it offside? I don't know, but wow, what a miss. And Man City have been let off the hook there. Very much so. Alex, they don't have any European pedigree and tout themselves up to the best thing since sliced bread. Alex, it's all around the world, mate. Wherever I go, they say the same thing about Arsenal. And exactly that, what you said there. They don't have any European pedigree, yet they act like they're Real Madrid. Do you know what I mean? That's how they act. I've met many Real Madrid fans, nowhere near as arrogant as Arsenal fans, the way Arsenal fans speak. Now, you know, when I go on streams, the first instinct for an Arsenal fan to do, for example, let me give you an example. The first instinct for an Arsenal fan to do is when I go on streams, is they would say something like this, right? They would say, why am I on this stream with these bum teams? You know what I mean? That's, for example, what they say. And they talk about me like a Man United fan who's seen 13 titles, by the way, who's seen a treble, who's seen, like, I'm a legacy fan, mate. I've seen a lot. I've seen that before there was spunk in their dad's bollocks. I've seen a lot of football guys in my lifetime. Do you know what I mean? So they will say something disrespectful like that about probably the football club and me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, and this is the kind of mentality that these Arsenal fans are. This is why certain people don't really understand that. That's why they have to write on their YouTube and that, oh, come on, Bournemouth. Like, you don't know nothing, mate. You don't know nothing. Why are you cheering on it? Something? Why? Why are you celebrating Bournemouth winning? Why are we doing that? Why are we celebrating Bournemouth? Why? Please explain to me why we're celebrating Bournemouth. Why? Why does it help us? To help us win the league? Are we going? Is it because you want less banter? What is it? Because I don't get it. Because at the end of the day, I don't care. You know, one thing is for certain though. I know who the worst fan base is. I know who the worst fan base is. I've been through it. I've seen Arsenal win a double. I've seen Arsenal win Invincibles. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it happen, guys. I know how bad they are, guys. I really do. And trust me on this one. And in a few weeks' time, if they do, which looks likely, if they go on to win the league, you guys are going to see it, and you guys are going to come back to me, Sal, Arsenal fans are unbearable, mate. I say, I told you, mate, because I guarantee you next week, they'll win the league, right? Well, on Sunday, whatever it is, they'll win the league. The first thing they're going to do, right, is they're going to mention Manchester United. That's the first thing they're going to do. Guys, I go on channels. I said it. I go on channels. I sit down ready for a professional, conversation about football. The first thing they do, the first instinct that they have is to insult Manchester United. That's what they have. That is what they want the most. And most of them are too young to even remember a title. Do you know what I mean? So that's what we're talking about. Alex, plus a lot of their good players come to United to win because they weren't winning at Arsenal. I mean, Robin van Persie left Arsenal to win. He won. Obviously, Thierry Henry left Arsenal to win the Champions League. He won it. And that's exactly what it is at the end of the day, you know? And they can live with that, isn't it? Absolutely. Here come Manchester City on attack, guys. Don't forget the Tottenham game kicks off. I think it's 45 minutes after this game. So obviously that kicks off at 11:15. I don't know why the bloody Chelsea game is kicking off at 11:15. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, they should just kick off the same time. Where do you think Elliot Anderson would go? Man United or City? Right now, I mean, it used to be 50-50 for me. I said it before, Lefa, but my friend. But I think that we go to Manchester United. I'm going to put my head out and say he's going to Manchester United. I think Manchester United are on a more attractive proposition right now. I think they're more attractive than Man City right now. I really do. And a lot of people are going to say to me, no, he's still going to go Man City. Man City is still more successful than that. But right now we're level par. Man City are not champions. We're in the Champions League. They're in the Champions League. But we've got more football heritage. We've got more European heritage. We've got a better stadium. We've got a better atmosphere. Where would Anderson go? You know what? It's going to be interesting. One thing I would say, I'm not saying that it's going to be absolute, but it's going to be interesting. But I do think that the chances of him coming to Man United have increased significantly since Pep has left. And I would say that. And they have to admit that. I think Man City fans would even admit that themselves. You know what I mean? You know? Alex. I believe he's coming to Man United because there's no Pep at City. Agreed, Alex. I agree with that as well. What a miss. It was a crazy miss, man. Don't know how he missed it. Had Manchester United already spoke to Stiller's agent? Manchester United have had initial talks and discussions with Angelo Stiller's agents. Yes, they have had discussions, basically the start of discussions and talking about how much it's going to cost for him to come out of the football club. Now, in regards to Angelo Stiller, there's a little bit of a problem with a stipulation in his contract. Now, with Stuttgart, they're not happy with his release clause. His release clause is pretty cheap. I think it's about 40 million, if I'm not wrong, 40 million euros. What Stuttgart want to do is that Stuttgart want to buy out that stipulation. So basically, that's going to be about 1 to 5 million so that they can get more money from Angelo Stiller for about 50, 60 million. They want to get more from him. So there's a little bit of a difficulty when it comes to that. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. And but Stiller and Anderson would be a good start, wouldn't it? It'd be a good start. I wouldn't mind that. I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't mind Stiller and Anderson at Man United. You know, it'd be a good start. Even this, crying out loud, even this is a joke. That was a joke miss. I like him though. Mikel don't deserve winning that day. Crowd a goalkeeper. Guys, look, I'm a lover of football first and foremost. Right, I'm a lover of Man United first and foremost. And second, I'm a lover of football. And they've played the worst football. They've actually turned people against football. There's people like Ruud Gullit who don't want to watch Arsenal. There's people like me who are so reluctant to do watch-alongs for Arsenal. I'm even if it's an important game, I'm like, can I make an excuse not to do this watch-along? I was thinking that, yeah, guys, honestly, I'm going to be open with this community. Yesterday, I was thinking about it. I was thinking, do you know what? Do I really want to do this watch along? Do I really want to watch Arsenal today? You know, I'd rather spend time with my family. I'd rather, I'd rather do something else. But the fact that because they're in this bloody league title race, I have to do it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because it's an important game. And I was thinking, you know what? I was like this, and I was like, should I do this? I can't be us. And lo and behold, it was a boring game. It was an awful game again, And when you're looking at the decisions that went against Burnley yesterday, it was disgraceful. Arsenal should have had a red card. Should have been a red card. I mean, I don't know how anyone could say it's red card. Now, what is the excuse? Oh, the connection wasn't intense enough, something like that. The foul wasn't pressured enough. I mean, but he got injured, the player, so it's enough. It doesn't matter. How do you measure how much pressure is put on the tackle? His leg was high. His studs was in the air. His studs connected with his leg. I don't know where we're going with this. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, what are they doing? Like making excuses now for Arsenal? It's ridiculous, man. All they should do, right, is come out and make an apology like they did with Man United straight away the next day. But yet they're making excuses to try and bend the rules and change the rules to fit their narrative. You know what I mean? Because they want Arsenal to win the league. Simple as that. Absolutely. Marky Mark. I bet to wear an Arsenal jersey if they win the league. So not looking forward to it. Don't do it, mate. Don't do it. Say that you've got some kind of skin irritation or something like that. Don't do it, because I'll never do it. I would never do it. I know it's against your bet, but F the bet. F the bet. I would never do it. I would never wear another shirt of another football club, even though, like the most I'll do something to myself. I'll shave off my hair. I'll shave off my eyebrows. I do all that business, but I would never wear a shirt of another team. You know what I mean? Let alone in the Premier League. If it's like maybe La Liga or Italy, like maybe, yeah, I probably will, but not Premier League. Definitely not Arsenal. My goodness me, I have to bathe myself in a bath for about 2 weeks. My goodness me, if I had to wear an Arsenal top, no way at all. I'll be like, goodness, I don't like this. I don't like the fit of this top. I'll be like that. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like, oh, I can't do this. Do you know what I mean, guys? Absolutely. I mean, but good luck to you, my good friend, Marky Mark. I mean, I don't envy you, my friend, but you know what? My thoughts and prayers are with you at this difficult time. If you have to wear that shirt, I really do feel for you. Absolutely. Raja, no, don't wear that Arsenal kit then. Yeah, don't wear it. It's you know what I mean? It's not knife and death, is it? Here comes Haaland, guys. No. It's going to be a foul for Man City. Marky, not even my worst, my girlfriend. It's okay. I'm still holding the faith. What I would do, Marky Mark, I'll go to some shrine that has a Crystal Palace logo on it and try and pray to the heavens that, Crystal Palace do something against Arsenal at the weekend. I pray. I hope that happens. Crystal Palace go out there and do something amazing at the weekend. That'd be incredible, wouldn't it? If Crystal Palace went out there and actually beat Arsenal. Wow, that'd be amazing, isn't it? Look, what I would say to Crystal Palace, right? Crystal Palace, my good friends from Southeast London. I lived around the corner from the football stadium for 2 years, right? In a place called Sandilands near Croydon. I lived there for 2 years. I'm going to say it like this. Crystal Palace, listen, you could say football at the weekend. You could say football. You can make history. You can have the best week in your life. Guys, I tell you right now, I would, listen, let me say, I would honestly celebrate Crystal Palace at the weekend if they manage to do something against Arsenal. I'll be like, you know what? Fair play. I mean, I'll be getting all the Crystal Palace people on this channel, honestly, because I'll be so thankful for them, honestly. Raja, Bruno was talking to Anderson post-weekend game recruiting going on. Yeah, Bruno is Agent Bruno, of course. Agent Bruno, of course, yeah. He's been chatting, of course. Absolutely. Get it done. It depends. I really wish we could have kept Casemiro and Bruno Maestro. Yeah, the problem is with Manchester United at the moment, Alex, is that Casemiro costs too much in wages, and that's what they think about, isn't it? If they really wanted to keep Casemiro, they could have kept Casemiro. But because he wants too much in wages, that's all they think about, isn't it? And that's why we're being run like, isn't it? We're being run like a business, not a football club. And I think that's been the problem with Man United for ages now. Do you know what I mean? It really is. Dabby I will hide in some other dimension of Arsenal wins the league. Look, Dabby we've got until the 30th of May. So the league will finish at the weekend. And then we got 2 weeks to hover around Arsenal winning the league. My advice to anyone, right? And even if you don't like it, and it's going to be very, very difficult to do. Whoever wins the league, right? Whoever wins the Champions League, you hold your hands up and you say, congratulations, mate. The problem with Arsenal fans is that you can go to an Arsenal fan, right? And this is through experience, right? Of 40 years. You can go to an Arsenal fan, you can say, congratulations, mate. And you know what they will do? They'll turn around and say, I don't want your congratulations. You weren't there when we were doing this, when we were doing that. They'll do that. Trust me. This is what Arsenal fans do. This is what I'm talking about. People don't understand that about them. They're not in a position to understand what these Arsenal fans are, mate. You know, this is what we're talking about. Listen, I would urge every single person, they've not witnessed it, don't talk about it. You know, I'll say, don't be careful what you wish for. That's all I would say. Do you know what I mean? Marky Mark, exactly so. I told her we can even dye my hair. I mean, I'll dye my hair all day long, mate. I'll do it pink if you wanted me to do it. I would, rather than wear an Arsenal shirt, honest to God. I would never do a bet with that because, number one, you know, I'm not even going to go in the shop and buy an Arsenal shirt. Goodness me. I mean, I wouldn't even want to put Arsenal. I don't want to buy a Man United shirt because of the Glazers, let alone. Hold on, this City. Chance, good save, and it's going to be another corner. Is that a corner? City are getting closer, guys. City have already had a goal disallowed. They're getting closer. That was a close one. A little bit of a scramble in the box. It was a good strike from Haaland. Hey, big up, Composed Smurf. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope everything is good with you. Wifey is a Liverpool fan. I wouldn't even wash one hand of their shirts. I'd wipe my ass with it. Absolutely, mate. Composed Smurf. My younger brother's a Liverpool fan, a massive Liverpool fan. You know, he's been a Liverpool fan all his life. I mean, I remember the day, guys. I remember the day he became a Liverpool fan because me and my brother were close. And I remember, like, coming home one day, right? I went away with my cousins. And I remember coming home because my younger brother at the time was too young. So I went away with my cousins. And then when I came home, my brother was wearing the yellow Liverpool top. You remember with the red back in the 90s, about 1996, 97, with the red. And he was wearing that. I stood there and I looked at my brother like this. I said, please no. Why are you wearing that? I was like, why are you wearing that? What are you doing? I like Liverpool. I want to support Liverpool. Why? What have I told you? All what I've told you, all the education that I've given you about Liverpool, and you want to still support Liverpool. And that's when it dawned on me, guys. That's when it dawned on me that football clubs choose you. You don't choose the football club. The football club chooses you. Do you know what I mean? And that's when that dawned on me. Do you know what I mean? That, yeah, probably, you know, something happened. It's a spark and stuff like that. You know, and he wanted to support Liverpool. And, you know, since then he has. You know, I've had to go to Anfield with my brother to watch games. You know what I mean? So there you go. Raja. Yuck, Arsenal kids. Nah, bro, nice. Arsenal just like they got like this horrible pinky red sort of. I don't like it. Absolutely. Palace ain't doing anything. They will bend over like Fulham. Yeah, Compulse Smurf, because of the Conference League final. I don't think they'll do anything. However, you never know in football. You live in hope. I'm doing a watch along for Man United against Brighton. I'm not even bothering watching it. You know, I don't think anything's going to happen. If anything happened, then I'll be there for it. But yeah, I think it will then eventually be 2 or 3-0 to Arsenal. Probably they'll win the league and they can lift it in a crappy old stadium like Selhurst Park. You know what I mean? It's 20,000 people lifting the stadium. Well done. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. But as I said, VAR decision, red card, something can happen in the game that you never know can happen. You know, football's a strange game. Do you know what I mean? Football's a funny old game, as the old cliche goes, isn't it? The old quote. It is a funny old game. It definitely is. Beef Bully. Palace have an incentive to Arsenal. They get 10 meals for Arsenal winning. Palace have an incentive to Arsenal. They get 10 meals for Arsenal winning. I don't think they do, mate. Crystal Palace are not going to get 10 million for Arsenal winning the league. What are you talking about? Why would Crystal Palace get 10 million from Arsenal in the league? That's bribery, number one. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know what you're on about, Beef Bully, but yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Definitely, they're not going to get any money for Arsenal winning the league. Maybe they'll get money for winning. I don't think for letting Arsenal win, they're going to get money. I'm not. That will be a generational Crystal Palace stop them. It will be, guys, and this is what I would emphasize to Crystal Palace at the weekend. I would say, Crystal Palace, guys, you can make something incredible at the weekend. You can actually, change the scope of football, Premier League football as we know it, by doing something like that. Something that's going to be repeated on TV for the rest of history, right? If they stop Arsenal winning the league. Imagine they did that. Now, you remember QPR? QPR, when Man City won the league in 2012, QPR, right? They let Man City win the league in the end when they knew they were safe. But QPR almost won that game, guys. Everyone was saying that Man City are going to win that game 5-0. QPR almost won that game. And this game's at Selhurst Park. This game's in their backyard. Now think about it like this. Imagine this, right? Imagine Crystal Palace score. Imagine the pressure on Arsenal. Imagine it. Imagine how they're going to feel. Imagine the weight on their shoulders and things like that. But anyway, we have to hope that they win this game first anyway, for it to get to that level. You know what I mean? To add a little bit of entertainment. Cabot Smith. Arsenal get to celebrate for a few days and they have a final. What's the date on the weekend? So it's the 23rd. They've got 7 days, to celebrate. We got 1 week of obnoxious Arsenal fans mouthing off, guys. That's what we got. And one thing is for certain, a lot of people who haven't witnessed Arsenal winning the league, right? A lot of the content creators that I know haven't witnessed Arsenal winning the league. But what they're going to witness something very, very awakening. They're going to have an awakening, basically, when Arsenal win the league, right? They've already warned them, Arsenal fans. They've already warned them. They're going to be unbearable. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. Guys, listen. Just wait and see. Sit down, relax, hold tight, and watch what's going to happen with these Arsenal fans. Watch how they're going to milk it. They're going to go over the top. They're going to do that. Watch what's going to happen, guys. It's not going to be nice. One thing I would say, it's not going to be nice, guys. Trust me. Sam, apparently Jan Dimade says he's staying at Jan. No one wants to pay the 100 million fee, Sam. What I'm hearing at the moment, no one wants to pay that amount of money for a Bundesliga player, of course. A lot of people are looking at Florian Wirtz's example. Semenyo. Bad control by Semenyo. I forgot Semenyo's playing against his former club, of course, Bournemouth. So Semenyo's playing against his former club. Dabidas. I just hope I don't see Arteta ball in the better than sleep. No, what's going to happen, guys? And let me tell you this: they're going to compare Arteta to Alex Ferguson. They're going to compare Arteta to Pep Guardiola. They're going to do all nonsense. All this nonsense. They're going to say that Gabriel and Saliba are the best centre-back partnerships in the history of the Premier League. They're going to say that, Declan Rice is the best CDM, he's better than Roy Keane and things like that. They're going to say things like that. You watch it, guys. Just watch and wait and see, guys, what's going to happen. It's going to be disgusting. It's going to be disgusting. I'm actually thinking about blocking the word Arsenal on my social media. I mean, unfortunately, I have to go on certain channels and talk with Arsenal fans. And it's the thing, do you know what I mean? I have to go on their channels and I have to talk to them and I have to try and be diplomatic and things like that, Raja, won't buy a fake cheap Arsenal shirt. Yeah, what you should do is buy loads and loads of Arsenal shirts and make sure that no one wears one. So, Robbie AOTV, Luton fan, not an Arsenal fan. Yeah, so is Flex. Flex related to Don Robbie, isn't he? I heard that he's not a Man United fan either. I've met him, by the way. I've met Flex. He seemed like a good lad up until a point, But I heard none of them are Man United fans. And let me tell you something about Stretford Paddock as well. Stretford Paddock, they shared when they first came out, they were called Full-Time Devils. And they used to share a studio with Man City fans. A lot of people were saying that they were Man City fans originally. And then they became like they used Man United to build a platform. So you never know. There's some weird people out there, guys, that you never know what to trust. Do you know what I mean? Big up, Raja. It's free, Upper True. Absolutely. Big up, my friend. Alex. No, we don't need to hide from the shambles victory of Arsenal. Come on, man. They won by default. Yeah. They won by context. They won by VAR, mate, and it's as simple as that. And I'm not going to say anything more than that. I didn't like some of the Man City decisions that happened over the last 10 years, but I've never felt that this league has been rigged as it's been recently. You know what I mean? Allegedly, I never felt like it's been so rigged. It's unbelievable, and it was so evident yesterday, disgustingly evident yesterday. And now I'm being sent all these videos, all these pictures of Arsenal's the decisions that have gone in Arsenal's favour right from the first game of the season when they fouled Bayern and won 1-0. You know. That is us. The refs seem to favour Arsenal more. It's almost like they want them to win the league, and it's almost like they will push them to win the league. Like Scudamore, one of the representatives of the the Football Association, did say that they want a new champion every 6 years. You know what I mean, there you go. Rajat. Wharton, Man United link died down. Yeah. I don't know why. It's going to, a lot of links, though, what I would say, Raja, is that a lot of links will reignite as soon. They will come alive again. You know what I mean? They will come alive again. A lot of links will reignite. They get 10 million more for Eze if they win the league. Oh, got you. That's better, Smith. I get you now. Oh, Crystal Palace, not Crystal Palace players. The team get 10 million. If they win the league. I mean, that's a bit silly, isn't it? Isn't that a conflict of interest? Is that not a conflict of interest? Surely that can't be a stipulation in his contract. Wow. That's bad, though, isn't it? That's a little bit of a conflict of interest. So basically, if Crystal Palace win, they can potentially cost themselves 10 million. Wow. If City draw today, Arsenal win the league. Yes. It's nothing but a win today for City. But I think, look, guys, I've come to the acceptance, guys, that Arsenal are going to win the league. And what everyone should do, I know it's painful, and I know you don't like it, but you have to congratulate them and say, well done. No matter how they won it, no matter how they managed to do it, you know what the biggest release is? It's just saying, congratulations, mate. Well deserved. Fair play. And that's it. Because at the end of the day, guys, you could beat yourself up about it. You can think about the bad dishes, and you're absolutely right. The league has been handed to them on a platter, a silver platter. But what can we do about it? The only thing we can do about it is win the bloody league, is take that title from them next season. That's what we can do. Bloody take that title from Arsenal next season. Let's see, like we used to. Remember when Arsenal used to win the league? Those who remember when Arsenal used to win the league, you remember those days? We used to take the title from them the next season. All right, we're going to take your title next season, mate. That's going to be our title. We're going to take it. And you know what? There's no better time like the present. Let's reignite that Arsenal-Man United rivalry. Let's get it back, right? That's when the league was proper. Do you know what I mean? The best rivalry in the history of football. Team companies want this to go to the final day. I think City got favourite set of decisions tonight. I don't know. 1-0 to Bournemouth, guys. Bournemouth has scored. They've scored, though, guys. It doesn't look that way. Evan Nilsson, great goal. 1-0 to Bournemouth already, guys. They've scored. Unbelievable now. 1-0 to Bournemouth. I'm just having a look at this, guys. Let's have a look at this. It's 1-0 to Bournemouth. It'd probably be better if Arsenal win the league today. I'll prefer Arsenal to win the league today. That's what I would. It was a good goal, to be honest with you. Evan Nilsson, good curler. He's made up for that miss. They beat City in the FA Cup final. They did. But there's nothing's happening. If Man City can't do their end of the bargain, what's the point? The biggest thing that can happen in that game is United versus Brighton, is that the record for the most assists in the season is going to be broken. That's the only thing that can happen, but I couldn't care less about it. I'll be honest with you, Alex. I don't care about individual accolades. Here comes Bournemouth again. Almost 2-0. My goodness me. My goodness me. It was almost 2-0 there, guys. Gay's on the floor. Gay's on the floor, guys. I would say about Bruno's record, I say congratulations to Bruno, but I want this. Like I said, I want the league. I don't care about personal accolades. I'll be honest with you guys. I want the league. I'm not interested in personal brownie points, like egotistical records. Campo Smurf. I remember how cringe Arsenal fans were in the 90s and early 2000s on the fan radio call-ins. The population has only got dumber and more cringe since. Composer Murph, I used to listen to Radio 5 Live when I was younger. Before I used to go to sleep, I used to have Radio 5 Live next to my bedside. And I used to listen to it as well, and I know what they're all about. And this is the thing, Composer Murph. People like you and me, we know Arsenal fans, we know what they're all about. You know what I mean? But the one thing I did to counter that, obviously we didn't have social media. So obviously the only time we would hear Arsenal fans is on radio or when we're at school or college or things like that. These days, you can't get away from it. You can't get away from that. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can't get away from the fact that they're going to be mouthing off nonstop. Raja. Joe, Arsenal TV is doing rival watch along. What? I mean, goodness me. I mean, it runs in their blood, Composed. It does. It does run in their blood. So if Man City lose this, Arsenal won the league at the moment. So 5 points. I would actually like Arsenal to win the league today if they're going to win the league. You know why? Because they're not going to get that celebration, are they? They're not going to get that moment at the Selhurst Park where they're going to be. You can see Arteta running around, in his tight trousers. At the end of the day. So that's what I would say about that. Do you know what I mean? Big up, Mark. What's going on, my bro? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're well, mate. Good to see you. Crazy how fast season has zipped by. It has, man. And another season to forget, really. No, Man United not champions. And, I want Man United to be champions. I want Man United to win the Champions League. I want us to do things like we used to do, like big clubs should be acting. You know what I mean? Fantastic we came third, but, I don't like the way the season has ended. The fact that Arsenal or Man City could win the league, it's just a disgusting scenario that we keep having to face ourselves with so many times. You know what I mean? It really is disgusting. It really is, guys. We're waiting for the Tottenham game to kick off, by the way, guys. We're going to go straight to the Tottenham game afterwards for the first half of the Tottenham game. Ego said on Football Terrace that Arsenal would have easily beaten Inter Milan in the Champions League final. Probably, Sam. Probably they would have. Probably, yeah. I don't disagree with Ego there. I think they probably would have beaten Inter Milan, yeah. I think they would. Inter Milan were rubbish. Just refrain from social media. That's the only way you can be safe from Arsenal fans. Unfortunately, my job is social media, isn't it? So at the end of the day, I can't really stay away. The only thing I could do, Kenny, is block out the Arsenal word or something like that. I can do something like that. I can block the word out, maybe. You know what I mean? Raja. Yeah, especially these newer generation Z fans, not all, but new Arsenal fans from late 2000s seem a lot more deluded. They are. It's an illness, mate. It's actually an illness that they have. They actually have this illness. I believe that. They're born with it. You know what I mean? Mark, so you've seen that we have been linked to Ampadu. Hello, we're going to get linked to everyone and everyone. Yep, spoke about him this morning, Mark. Yeah. We're going to be linked to everyone, but as long as they're talented players, I don't mind. The fact is that Man United are going to be linked to more than one player. That happens in football because it's contingency plans, isn't it? We're not going to sign every single player we're linked to. That's one thing I would say. But, for example, when we didn't sign Jareth Brown for him, we ended up getting Lenny Yoro. Lenny Yoro was a contingency plan. Man United are going to have players that we're linked with. They're going to have a bracket of players. And we all know who the main players that Man United want in midfield. Anderson, Stiller, Tonali. These are the first three players that Man United want. And then you're going to get into the likes of Alex Scott. And then you're going to get in the likes of Ampadu and players like that. Like, it doesn't mean we're going to sign Ampadu, but he's on the list, basically. But he's down the list, if you know what I mean. Cabal Smurf. It wasn't just the foul on the goalkeeper on the opening day. Remember, Saliba went right through the back of Cunha and didn't get the ball. Stonewall pen. I know, mate. And not even going to VAR, mate. That's the thing. And this is what irritates me the most, because they won't think about that. When you talk about that, they go, we don't care. Hold that. That's all they do. That's their answer. Hold that. We don't care. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bro, the new champion every 6 years comment was pure bullshit. He's fat, though. He did say that, Mark. He did say that. That's what he said, Mark. He said he wants a new champion every 6 years. That's a big representative of the Premier League, mate. That was a big Premier League representative of Premier League. He said that. It's live and living color, mate. I don't know what you mean by a comment was pure bullshit. I don't know if you think the comment was bullshit or it's not true. I don't know what you mean by that. Beef, but it's true. If Sir Alex is the best ever boss, in your opinion, it's not my opinion. It's a fact, mate. Lots of people think Pep is, but me, it's Sir Alex clears, man. I mean, Alex Ferguson is the best manager in Premier League history. Alex Ferguson is one of the best managers, top 2 managers in world history. Right. Pep Guardiola is a checkbook manager. Right. Alex Ferguson do it with Aberdeen and do it Man United. You know what I mean? And that's the difference. Here come Semenyo. Semenyo. Here come. I actually think, guys, I'm being honest. I don't think Semenyo has been a good buy. Alex, when does the PFA Player of the Year get awarded? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I never really. Can I be honest with you, Alex? I never concentrated on these individual awards, and even when I was growing up supporting Man United, I didn't care, because what we should all be focused on is winning titles. That's it. You know, these little individual accolades. David Ginola won the PFA Player of the Year when we won the treble. You know what I mean? You know, so at the end of the day, like, you know, what I would say about it is that I hope Man United can just bloody win the league, not bloody concentrate on individual accolades that doesn't benefit on any of us, to be honest with you. It's just like an egotistical thing. Do you know what I mean? And I want Man United to challenge the title. Half time here, guys. Half time. We're going to be skipping over to the Tottenham game, guys, now. I'm going to be watching the Tottenham game now, guys. It is half time here. I'm going to be skipping over to that Tottenham game if I can. Let's see if I can get that on. It is 1-0 to Bournemouth, guys. It's all to do for Manchester City, guys. It's all to do for Manchester City. It's 1-0 to Bournemouth. We're going over to the Tottenham game now, guys. It's just kicked off, guys, in there. And let me just put this up. Well, we've got about 2 minutes in that game. So let me just put this on there, guys. And it's still 0-0 between Tottenham and Chelsea. There we go. So I'm watching that one now. Watch that for 15 minutes. Yeah. Mean fans from late 2000. Snowflake fans, like, you know, worst fans in generations, mate. My only hope is PSG winning the Champions League. My only hope is PSG absolutely annihilating Arsenal in the Champions League, putting them to rest, because they will be mouthing off, getting complacent the whole week, guys. They're going to be like that. They're going to be mouthing off, chitter chatter, all that business. But if PSG do a number on them, my goodness me, I'm telling you right now, guys, they're not going to hear the last of it from me, man. Honestly, guys. I'm not saying Carrick would have been this consistent if he was here from the first game, but man, we generally could have had more points. Can't cry over spilt milk. I don't think we would have had more points, mate. I don't. I think we were in a good position. We were 3 points behind top 4, but thanks to Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim cleared out the rubble. You know, this whole notion and this whole thing that is a low IQ opinion, Mark. There's a very low IQ opinion that, you know, we would have had more points. No, because we were 3 points from top 4. The only reason we weren't in the top 3 or top 2 is because the AFCON happened, right? And I'd like to see what Michael Carrick would do about Mbeumo, Ahmad and Mazraoui, you know, and this is what we have to remember. Also, Amorim cleared out all the rubble to leave Carrick with a clean path. There's a reason at the beginning of the season I said we're going to come in the top 3, right? It's not because I talk gibberish. It's because I've been watching football for fucking 30, 40 years, mate. You know what I mean? That's why. You know what I mean? And people don't listen. I said we're going to come in the top 3. I knew we would. Amorim, no Amorim. I knew we would, because the league is crap, mate. You know, all this notion like, you know, that, oh, boy, we would have had more points and this and that. No, we wouldn't have. We might have had less points, had you know. You know, we lost to Newcastle against 10 men. We lost to Leeds United for the first time in 43 years. I don't think that's necessary yet. When Amorim left, he had 11 games, 2 defeats. How many defeats has Carrick had in 11 games? 2. So same thing, isn't it? It's very difficult to say those sort of things, you know. I'm thinking regardless that Man City gets favoured and get the job done today. No, it's not going to happen, mate. They got to win the game. They want Arsenal to win the league, mate. It's as simple as that. Should Manchester United look at signing Evan Nilsson from Bournemouth? Maybe as a backup. He's not a bad player. I like Krupi better, but yeah, he's not a bad player. Torrential, Pep spitting, and now current forecasting. Big up, yeah. Why does he keep doing that? I don't know why he keeps doing that. Anyway, Tottenham versus Chelsea here, guys. 0-0 after 5 minutes in this game, guys, between Tottenham and Chelsea. I'll have this one on at the moment. Guys, wait, if Man City draws or losses, then the Premier League title goes to Arsenal automatically. Damn, I think so. Yeah. If it's a draw, no, I think if it's a draw, so basically right now, Arsenal, if they lose, Arsenal will be 5 points clear, so the league will be over. Yeah, it's over. It's over. It's over. It will be over. Yeah, they have to win. And I don't think they're going to do that tonight. I had a feeling they'll do that. Who is the highway robbery now? How they won the league? It is Robert. It's Alex. Sorry, it is definitely. Big up, man. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Large up sale in the chat each and every time. Let's keep on getting the likes. I'm kindly subscribe. Thank you so much, you legend. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you. Of course. Arteta is one of the most insufferable managers I've ever seen. I've heard bad stories about him. I heard he's very rude as well to people in lower positions and stuff. Biggest ego, control freak, and does all this weird performance nonsense. I'm surprised the players aren't sick of him already. Because they're all idiots, mate. All of them. The bunch of clowns, a lot of them. But, that's the way it is. People like them sort of things, don't they? People like clowns. That's what I would say about it. Marky, all these players came to play for Pep. I see some of the big players leaving. But this gives us full run on Anson. He is a United player. I hope so. Marky. It does look more convincing that he will be a Man United player next season. I really do hope so. I hope so, because he'd be a game-changing signing for Man United, absolutely. Here comes Chelsea, though. Enzo, out here to Cucurella. It's going to be a corner to Chelsea. Is that a corner to Chelsea? Charlie, this result is interesting. Could Bournemouth take Liverpool place in the Champions League? They are wild one, but good point, Charlie, because people forget about this, Bournemouth have actually got something big to play for. You know what I mean? They've actually got something huge to play for. They got the Champions League qualification, so they can take it down to the last day. So this is not like. Can you imagine Bournemouth took Liverpool's place in the Champions League? Wow, unbelievable. FC Barcelona intense with Inter Milan, mate, that have taken everything and exhausted them. FC Bar intense with Inter Milan. What's that about? Don't get that. Yeah, that's true. The game against Inter Milan, the game against Barcelona last season in the semi-final. Yeah. No, I don't believe that. I don't, because there was a couple of weeks after. They had a lot of time to rest. I don't believe in that theory. I think that on the final, Inter Milan froze. They got scared. That's what happened. That's why the manager got sacked. The manager got sacked because Inter Milan froze. They got scared, and the manager got it wrong. Tactically, it's as simple as that. They were ready for that game. Compose Smith. Indeed, we are linked to about 50 players already when we are likely to only get 5. Yeah, obviously, you're not going to get 50 players, Compose Smith, innit? But what do you do when you're in the transfer market? I don't know. I don't understand this because, I've said this 100 times that Man United are going to be linked to about 50 to 100 players, but we're not going to sign 100 players. It means that we are linked on our transfer wish list, those many players. That's on our transfer wish list. That could be fullbacks, midfielders, attackers, everything. It doesn't mean you're going to sign, obviously, mate. We're not going to sign 100 players. You're going to get about 5 to 7 out of that pack. That's what happens in football with every football club. Every football club does that. Every football club has up to 200 players on their wish list. That's what happens in scouting. I've worked in scouting, so that's what happens. Every team you need, even League One teams, League Two teams, they have about 50 to 100 players on their wish list. That's one thing I would say. Anyway, here comes Spurs. Chance cleared away by Chelsea. Samuel, a lot of other Manchester United fans on TikTok keep saying that the club should sell Brian Mbeumo. It's too early to say that. It's too early to sell Brian Mbeumo. You've got to give him another season, man. Come on, I think he's been generally good. I think the problem with Brian Mbeumo is that he's been rotated a lot. He's been playing up front. He's been playing right wing. Sometimes he's played left wing. I mean, the amount. I think consistency is the most important thing in football. And I think when we're moving him around, this is why we need a bigger squad. We need another striker. It's going to affect him. I think if any right winger we need to sell, it's Ahmad, because Ahmad's been there a few years and he's not improved. I think, and Brian Mbeumo. So how many goals has Brian Mbeumo scored this season? Let me have a look. Not only that, it's the goals he scored. Brian Mbeumo record for Man United. So he's got 32 appearances, guys. All right. 10 goals and 3 assists. That's not a bad return. That's not a bad return. All right. 10 goals and 3 assists. 32 appearances, 10 goals and 3 assists. Now, let me have a look at Ahmad. And Ahmad's been here longer. Remember that. He's had time to settle down. So, Ahmad Diallo has had 68 appearances for Manchester United this season. And no, actually, that's in his history. So basically, in Ahmad Diallo's whole career at Man United, he's had 68 appearances and 11 goals. Right? And he's had 10 assists in 68 appearances. So basically, Mbeumo's almost up to Ahmad's level in one season. You know, there you go. Facts are facts. I get you, Mark. Yeah, it was it just doubles down on corruption, though, doesn't it, Mark? That's what I'm saying. It's flipping. It doubles down on what they want, and it gives you an idea of what, the sinister nature that happens in the Premier League, and it needs to stop. Football should be won on merit. Trophy should be won on merit. It should be a fair game. Do you know what I mean? That's all I want. I want a fair game. I want the person who wins the league deserves to win the league, and I don't want to be looking at corruption. I don't want to be talking about that sort of thing, because it does give you the air of a very sinister type of thing, isn't it? Rajab, he has an end product, but Semenyo, the footballer, isn't great. Like Haaland, quality goal scorer, but looking at him as a footballer, not good. I think he's harmed Haaland. I think one of the biggest weapons that Man City had, they had players who could cross the ball and get the ball to Haaland, and they're much more effective. They're much more dangerous like that. I think Semenyo is too similar to Doku. I think they run on the wings, and then they cut in. I think they're too similar to each other. What Man City need is someone who can cross the ball. Sorry, guys. Bit there. Yeah, they need someone who can cross the ball. Bournemouth has gone 15 games without losing now. Yeah. Man United should have beaten them, though, isn't it? Southampton have been expelled from the playoff final. Yeah, they've been expelled. Some may say that's a little bit harsh, but yeah. Ahmad has played as many games as Mbeumo and got 2 goals and 2 assists this season. Thank you, Yale, because Mbeumo scored 10 and got 3 assists in his first season. You know what I mean? And this is what we're talking about. And that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying, I just don't think Ahmad's good enough for Manchester United. And what you got to look at is that Mbeumo's actually proven himself. He's actually proven himself to be, a class player, because he's done it for Brentford, didn't he? He done it for Brentford. So, he's proven that he can do it. That was a good shot there by Palmer. Great shot, great save by Kinski from Tottenham. Guys, Chelsea almost took the lead. Of course, people with this rivalry between Chelsea and Tottenham is a big rivalry. Of course, remember a few years ago when Chelsea basically stopped Tottenham winning the league, didn't they? A corner is going to be taken by Enzo Fernandez for Chelsea. Cross comes in and it's cleared away by Spurs. It's up in the air at the moment. Here comes Chelsea there, and it's good. No, it's foul for Tottenham. That folks is not a United fan. ASB, Stretford Paddock, Peace Heart. None of them are, mate. None of them are. Some of them are at Stretford Paddock, but let's not forget that they were using Manchester City studios and things like that back when they first came out. And I don't really like them, to be honest with you. I don't like them. I think they're obnoxious people. They are blackballers. If you know what blackballer is, they're people who like to sabotage channels and that behind people's backs. They're not good people, and I would urge people away from them. But you know what? Each to their own. At the end of the day, I have my reservations about them. I don't think they're really nice people. To be honest with you, I don't really like them that much. In regards to Flex, I met Flex once. Flex is all right. I mean, look, at the end of the day, do I think he's a Man United fan? I mean, I've heard a lot of stories. That's about it. Do you know what I mean? But I wouldn't say yes or no at the moment. But I've heard a lot of stories, but it's nothing for me to speculate because I don't know. I've not known Flex for 20, 30 years, have I? You know what I mean? The one thing with me, I can go on my internet, I can go home, I can get a load of photos and I can take pictures of me in a Man United jersey from the 1980s. Do you know what I mean? That's the difference with me and other people. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. 15 minutes gone here between Chelsea and Tottenham, guys. It's still 0-0 in this game. Of course, this relegation fight for Tottenham, of course, guys, believe it or not, is a relegation fight. Just seeing this. Let me have a look. Live Premier League scores. So just to clarify, Bournemouth 1, Man City 0. At this moment in time, Arsenal will be the champions of England, guys. Arsenal will be the champions of England if it ends like this. It was Krupi who got the goal, guys. It was Krupi who got the goal. Krupi, it says here, who got the goal. Guys, yeah, if Arsenal are going to win the league, I prefer them to win it tonight. I do. I prefer them to win the league tonight. I am not looking at social media. Absolutely not. Let me have a look. UK time 32. So we're getting ready for the second half, guys, to kick off between Manchester City and Bournemouth, of course. So that game is just waiting for it to kick off in the second half. Players are coming out on that game. Let me put that game back on, though. I put that game over. This game seems a little bit boring, to be honest with you. Tottenham and Chelsea does seem a little bit boring. I'll be honest. I don't think Tottenham are going down myself. We're ready now, guys. We're ready for the kickoff of this game. So I'll be keeping you updated anyway on all the other games. Man City are about to kick off this second half. They got it all to do in the second half, guys. Man City need 2 goals. Otherwise, Arsenal will be champions, guys. On a Tuesday. Arsenal will be champions. We're ready for kickoff. Can Bournemouth get into the Champions League, guys? Wouldn't that be incredible if Bournemouth managed to get into the Champions League, guys? Kickoff is underway. Massive second half of Man City. One thing I would say about Man City, one thing I would say about them is that you can't win it every single season. Guys. Pep Guardiola bending over for Arsenal, probably letting his mate win the league before he leaves. Beef Bully. Stretford Paddock, the true man. Yeah, I see Jay, Stephen, Angelina, Adam. I seem to know this after years. Yeah, look, mate. Everyone can like who they want to like. And one thing I will say about content creation in general, it's a very difficult business to be in. It's very difficult. People underrate how hard it is. It's difficult. And of course, here come Man City. It's a chance. Rodri, I can't believe he's missed it. It's a chance again. I can't believe he's missed it. What a miss. Mate. Chance for Man City there to equalize. Unbelievable. Can't believe it. They're missing a lot of chances. Goal for Chelsea. Thank you so much, Mark. Goal for Chelsea. Chelsea are 1-0 up against Tottenham Hotspur. Guys, I'm going to see the goal on here in a minute. Tottenham are 1-0 up. It is Enzo Fernandez. Big up, Mark, with the news. Tottenham are 1-0 up. Guys, I'm waiting for the goal on here. I'm going to see it on here. I'm a bit behind on this one. Big up, everyone. Spurs are losing. There we go. I'm watching the goal now. Enzo Fernandez. Tottenham are in trouble. I can't believe he missed that one. My goodness me. Can't believe he missed that one. Chelsea are 1-0 up. Could Tottenham still get relegated? Absolutely. Both games are crap. Massive misses for Manchester City, though. Massive misses for Man City here. Long ball there. Here comes. He's going to be offside. He's offside. He's just offside. You could see he was going to be offside for a mile away, Haaland. You see he was going to be offside for a mile away. But Tottenham are 1-0 up, courtesy of Enzo, guys. Tottenham are in big trouble now. This is going to the lot. I said it, guys. I said it. I said that Tottenham and West Ham would lose all their games. I said they're all both going to lose all their games. It's going to go to the last game of the season. It's going to be very interesting. Let me tell you that. Yeah. Bournemouth are still 1-0 up here against Man City. Can I be honest with you, though? This has been underwhelming. This season has been very underwhelming, if I'm being honest. Man City have been crap, to be honest. I'll be honest as well. They've been awful for ages. I remember watching Man City against Bodo Glimt this season. I thought, you know what? They'll be lucky to get close. It was a nice goal, Raja. Enzo is coming back to form. Let's not forget Xabi Alonso is going to be their manager next season, guys. How do you think that's going to pan out? I still can't believe what I heard the other night, guys. I heard that, one person came on this channel. He said, I hope that Alonso gets them winning trophies again. He was meant to be a Man United fan. I'm like, you're hoping that Chelsea win trophies. Are you well? Are you quite well? I was like, what do you want about? Yeah, I mean, my goodness me, some people, they don't know what they're saying after time. Anyway, here come Man City. Man City need to get a goal. Otherwise, it's over. It's curtains. Need to get 2 goals. Like, you look at this game, guys. Look at this game, right? I don't think Man United I think Man United are better than Man City right now. Honestly, I think Man United have been better than Man City for a while. I actually think Man United have been better than Arsenal for a while as well. Corner for Man City. Here, Man City need to get the ball rolling, guys. They need to get the ball rolling. They need to score. Chance was Chelsea. Chelsea got wide. Cucurella's playing well today for Chelsea, by the way. Seen him bombing up and down that left. It's Man City are going to take the corner. Scramble in the box. Comes back out here to Rodri. Rodri passes out wide back. Is Cherky playing in this game? I haven't seen Cherky playing in this game, to be honest with you. I haven't seen Cherky playing to this game. Depends how much power Xabi Alonso gets and how much the control. It's true, though, Shaja. I said this before, I said that Chelsea's problem is the board. It's a bit like Man United to an extent. Chelsea's problem is the board. It's upstairs, the structure of the football club there. I think the structure of the football club at Chelsea is really bad. You know what I mean? Delap looks lost, Mark. He's really trying to chase in shadow. I don't rate him. I'm so glad we dodged a bullet there, Mark. I really am. I'm so glad we didn't sign him. I really am. I'm really happy we didn't sign him. That was a Wilcox choice as well. My goodness me. I'm glad we didn't sign him. Erling Haaland plays better with Omar Mamouche in the team. Yeah, I don't think Erling Haaland plays well with Doku and Semenyo. They're too similar. I said it. I said they're too similar. They like cutting in and and all that business. I think they're a little bit too similar in my opinion. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's 1-0 anyway to Bournemouth. 1-0 to Bournemouth, guys. Man City were kicking themselves. They had a couple of chances, although Bournemouth did miss an open goal in this game. You know what I mean? Here come Man City again. Yeah, not very good. Bournemouth on a counter, that's what you have to be doing. Spurs only need to put a point to stay up. Do they? No, they don't. The league. If Tottenham loses Spurs, let me have a look at the table. So, if Spurs get a point, they'll be on 39, won't they? So, basically, if Spurs get a point, they'll be on 39. Yeah, they're basically safe. I would say that with goal difference, but they're not 100% safe. But West Ham would have to win 10-0 or something like that. So, they're basically safe, yeah, if they get a point. But at the moment, they're losing. So they ain't got a point. Corner for Bournemouth. Yeah, 36 points. So basically, Spurs will have 39 points if they get a point. So they'll be 3 points ahead of West Ham, but the goal difference is way, way, way better as Spurs. So I think it's plus 12. So yeah. Here come Manchester City. They're in the box. Cross comes in. Chance, Doku. Oh my goodness me. What a useless. Another chance for Man City. They're ruining these chances, guys. Did Rangers make a mistake by joining Manchester City? No, I just don't rate him as highly as people rate him. I think he's overrated. That's it. I thought he was always a good player, but I never rated him as like really good. I think what Man City have done, they want to rebuild, right? They are on a rebuild, but they have bought some distinctly overrated players, in my opinion. So what Man City need to do, goodness me. Oh, Spurs do have a good plus to go to. You might be right, Sal. They both might their last games. If Spurs lose, then it's obviously West Ham would have to win. Spurs will have to lose 2 in a row. I think I don't honestly, Mark. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered by any of those. I don't really like West Ham. What the key is, Mark? What the key is that which players do we want from Spurs and which players do we want from West Ham? Which team is more beneficial for Man United to go down for Man United? What's more beneficial to Man United? You know what I mean? I would say West Ham, because West Ham getting relegated, we get Mateus Fernandes through the door. Maybe Diouf. I would say something like that. I don't really want any Spurs players. Don't really rate any of them much. I like Porro as a right back. I think he's decent. Maybe Sarr. Mark, that's exactly what I was going to say. I'm sure they are playing you like from each. They're playing you like from each team. Yeah, that's the only reason I'm looking at it. I'm thinking like Tottenham get relegated to be funny. It will be funny, obviously. I feel a little bit sorry for them because my brother's a Tottenham fan, but I think if West Ham go down, I think it's more beneficial to Man United because we can get Mateus Fernandes. We'll have hopefully we'll have a clear run. We can have Anderson and Mateus Fernandes, maybe Mark, I mean, that sounds a little bit snobby, but it is what it is. That's football, isn't it? It is what it is. Guys, it's still 1-0 in both games, guys. This game and the Chelsea against Spurs game, of course, guys. Those are the scores at the moment. Spurs need to really, if they don't want to get relegated on this last day of the season, they could do. Kovacic is coming on. I don't know why Kovacic was playing. Every time Kovacic plays, he's absolutely useless. I don't think it sounds snobby to me. Yeah, it's football, isn't it, Mark? It's football. That's reality, isn't it? It's reality. You have to face it. They have to save themselves. If they don't want me to talk like this, they have to save themselves. Even though I would say this, Mark, I would say that I think that even if they stay up, that Mateus Fernandes will leave, and that it'll just be the price will be a little bit more, I think. Here comes Man City. Guys, let's not forget Southampton have been expelled from the playoff final. It will be Hull City against Middlesbrough in the playoff final. Guys, amazing developments going on there. Haven't seen anything like this for years, something like this actually being expelled. It's crazy, isn't it? Beef Bully. I'm an East Londoner. So are you. But wham, because 2 cups, 92, 95. You're an East Londoner, but you don't talk like you're from East London, mate. I mean, what's an East Londphoner? But wham, you cost man 2 cups in 92 and 95. West Ham, yeah. I get you, though. You see that translation? I get it. So basically, West Ham United have cost Man United 2 titles. Once in 1992, Leeds United won the league. We lost to West Ham United and won in 1995 when we just needed to beat West Ham. Liverpool did their job. They beat Blackburn, but we drew with West Ham and we beat West Ham. We drew 1-1 and we missed so many chances. West Ham goalkeeper had the game of his life. No, we're 57 minutes, guys. It's still 1-0. Man City are just giving away the ball. Man City are playing awfully at the moment. Still Chelsea 1, Tottenham 0. Dylan, they sent spies to opposition teams. Yeah, you can't do that, can you? So, in theory, Dylan, the teams that are all in the playoff, teams that missed out on the playoff, in theory, everyone could have a complaint. Everyone can have a complaint. You know what I mean? People who just missed out on the playoff can complain. I don't know. They got what? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you think the crime? Do you think the punishment fitted the crime? Is that just an excuse that Middlesbrough are using? I don't know. But it is what it is. They have been expelled. I'm sure that Southampton will appeal, though, wouldn't it? They're going to appeal. If they appeal, what happens? You know, because then it becomes on hold, doesn't it? If they appeal. Free kick to Man City here. We got 59 minutes are gone, guys. Still 1-0 to Bournemouth. Man City, if they're gonna have any aspirations of winning this game, they gotta get a goal quickly. If they have any aspirations of winning this game. Because they need 2 goals. Chance close from Bournemouth again. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. FCE says Ryan. Big up, Chow. Hope you're doing. They're useless, mate. They're useless. Giving the lead to Arsenal, this Arsenal team. Giving the lead to this Arsenal team. Absolutely pathetic. Honestly. Pathetic, guys. It's going to be a corner to Bournemouth. The corner to Bournemouth here. Guys, do you think Areola is a good manager? Areola's winning every single. I mean, this guy is undefeated at Bournemouth, man. This guy is smashing it at Bournemouth at the moment. Do you think he's a good manager? I think he's a really good manager. I really do. I really do think he's a good manager. Right, it's going to be a corner kick to Bournemouth. It's a foul, is it? It's a goal kick. It's a goal kick. Ryan was a good signing for Bournemouth. Of course, we mentioned him on Stretford Post numerous amounts of times. He was a good link as well. We didn't get him, did we? Could have got him. We could have got him for cheap as well. Chelsea 1, Spurs 0. Still going on there, guys. That, of course, that's 45 minutes behind this game. We got half an hour on this game to go, guys. Man City lose the game again. Man City are playing awfully, guys. Man City are not in this game, you know. They're playing awful. They keep giving the ball away. They're sloppy. So they're not playing well at all. Man City. It's only going to get worse without Pep Guardiola. Without Pep Guardiola, it's only going to get worse, guys, in my opinion. I mean, do you think Enzo Maresca is going to do any better? Here come Man City on the attack, guys. Phil Foden, Semenya, Doku on the left. Doku is going to take on his man. He's going to cut in as he always does. Is he going to cut in or is he going to pass? Chance now. Chance, and it's over the bar. Over the bar from... That's way over the bar from Rodri. Yeah, it's a poor strike, really. From Rodri. Poor strike from Rodri. That one. Very poor strike. So at this moment in time, Arsenal will be champions, guys. Arsenal will be champions tonight if Man City do not win this game. Man City do not win this game, Arsenal will be champions tonight, guys. And we start with the mental battle, don't we? We start with that. So basically, even if they draw, it's 4 points. So yeah, so Man City have to win this game. They have to win this game. Even if Man City draw this game, Arsenal win the league. That's confirmed. Yeah, so they have to do something quickly. We've got 27 minutes to go in this game, guys. 27 minutes to go. It takes it on the outside. It's going to be a goal kick to Bournemouth. They need something miraculous. They need something quick. I've seen this from Man City all season, though. I've seen this from Man City all season. I don't think Man City have been as prolific as they used to be. It's weird, isn't it? That they brought in Semenyo and players like that, and they've actually got worse, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they've got better as a goal scoring machine. I think they've got worse. You know. So as we stand, guys, in the Champions League position kind of aspect, guys, in the Champions League position aspect, let me just bring this up. So Bournemouth will have 58 points. Liverpool will have 59 points going into the last game of the season if it stays like this. Okay. In the last game of the season, guys, Liverpool will be playing Brentford, right? They'll be playing Brentford. And Brentford, we all know, are not a bad football team. But when we look at the table in regards to Brentford as well, Brentford can easily jump from 9th all the way until about 7th. So they can get Conference League football. You know, so Brentford ain't got nothing to play for. The last game of the season for Bournemouth, though, the last game of the season for Bournemouth is Nottingham Forest away. Now, Nottingham Forest haven't got anything to play for. They're safe, right? They're safe. Nottingham Forest got they're safe. Nottingham Forest are 7 points from relegation. There's nothing going to happen with them. So, yeah, so. That Bournemouth game becomes a massive game, doesn't it? Wouldn't it be hilarious if Liverpool missed out on the Champions League? Don't you think? 25-26 Bournemouth, 113 drawn 6, lost 7, 56 goals, only 2 losses at home. Yola did well. I'd give him the B+. Yeah. Chance of Bournemouth and over the bar. But you got to remember, like, in regards to the B+, you got to remember that he's managing Bournemouth, not Man United. You know what I mean? He's limited, isn't it? He's limited, but he's done a very good job, definitely. Yeah, you know, and this is the thing. This is when you judge good managers. This is where you really judge good managers, is when they have games like against, you know, managing teams like Bournemouth, you know, and you can see how good they really are. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, guys, but corner for Bournemouth here, cleared away. Thank you, everyone, guys. Big up, Mark. Big up, everyone who's supporting the channel, guys, as usual, as every time. Guys, we're looking to build these watch-alongs, guys. We need more people on these watch-alongs. Yeah, guys, I stay up very late to do these watch-alongs, as Mark knows, in the UAE. So, guys, let's get the lights up. Let's get the subscriptions up, guys. And let's support the channel. Come on, let's do this, guys. Absolutely. Yeah. It's one thing about Europe, you know, because Europe is, well, UK is 3 hours behind. Why me, and Italy's like 2 hours behind me. Absolutely. But yeah, big up everyone in the stream, guys. Thank you, everyone who's supporting the channel, as usual. Mark, I know you're neutral right now, but do you think the refs are how do you think the refs are doing in general? I think the refs have been awful, mate. I think the ref is horrible. Today, he hasn't really done anything wrong, but I mean, yesterday's referee, I've known it for a while that they want Arsenal to win the league. This is the thing. I've known it from a while, and I've heard it from someone very. I promised I won't say their name, but I've heard it from someone very, very high up that you know what they want Arsenal to win the league, and you know it's pretty evident, isn't it? It's pretty evident. If Casemiro made that challenge yesterday, that Havertz made, Casemiro would have been red carded. He wouldn't even have to go to VAR. Save by Donnarumma. It's a corner to Bournemouth again, guys. Bournemouth putting the pressure on. Still 1-0 between Chelsea and Spurs, guys, in the relegation battle. For Spurs need to win that game, of course. Draw that game. Spurs need to draw at least to escape relegation. But at the moment, they're losing that game. Corner to Bournemouth here. At this very moment in time, Arsenal are the champions of England 2026-27. Arsenal will be the champions of England. That Arsenal will be the champions of England. My goodness. Cross comes in. Corner, another corner for Bournemouth. Bournemouth look far better, guys. They look far better than Man City at the moment. They look like the next ones to be scoring. They look like the ones who are going to score, not Man City. And Man City need 2 goals here, guys. They don't look like Man City don't look like a team that need 2 goals, in my opinion. They look nowhere near a team that looks like they need goals. It's a corner anyway. Alex Scott with the corner. I mean, I'm baffled. I'm dumbfounded by the way Man City have played tonight. It's like they're like lack of urgency. Maybe that Pep Guardiola news got to them. Maybe that's got to them. Punched out by Donnarumma. It's going to be a goal kick, a free kick to Manchester City. And maybe it's got to them slightly. You know, I don't know. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash a like on the video, guys, if you can do that for me. Let's get to 50. Can we do that? You know, get to 50 likes. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Big up everyone. Don't forget, I'm back tomorrow, guys. I am back tomorrow. We are doing the Europa League final tomorrow. We're doing the Europa League final, guys. So Aston Villa against FC Freiburg tomorrow. SC Freiburg tomorrow. That should be interesting. So it's a corner to Manchester City here. Corner to Man City. Man City have got to work hard. They've got to move quicker. Cherky, Doku. They got to do it. They've got to go quickly now, Man City. Man City have got to go for hell for leather here. And Doku's done the same crap he always does, which is take it out of touch. Can't cross a ball to save his life. Just bloody keep the game simple, man. Keep the game simple. So, yeah, don't forget to join me, guys, for that watch along. It'd be great to have you guys on board. It's going to be fun. We're going to maybe see Aston Villa lift a European trophy, guys. Let's not forget Aston Villa have a European Cup. Let's not forget that. They won the European Cup, didn't they? Guys, we've got 19 minutes in this game. 19 minutes in this game. Arsenal, at this moment in time, are the champions of England. At this moment in time. O'Reilly. Doku cuts in there. Doku runs forward. O'Reilly. Oh, it's the ball's so hard, Doku, man. Doku's just like a nearly player, isn't he? He's not like one of those players that you would like, yeah, he's a proper winger. He's a nearly player. You know, not quite there. I think Cunha and Mbuma are better than him. Areola is making another substitution. So Man City are bringing on Mamouche now. I would have made this substitution a long time ago. I thought Man City need to go attacking. They need to just go all out, hell for leather. There's no point in them messing around. Savinho, one of the most useless players I've seen, one of the most useless Brazilians I've ever seen play football. I never see him doing anything. Anyway, here comes the cross. It's cleared away. Man City are starting to push now. They need to. Well retrieved by Doku there. Well retrieved. They need to. Man City need to attack now. They need to try and get a goal. You need 2 goals, let's not forget. It's going to be offside if he passes it. He needs to cut back. Cherky. Doku here. Doku on the left-hand side. Cuts in. And it's going to be a corner to Manchester City again, guys. Corner to Man City again. Finally, Man City are trying to press. Finally, guys. They're trying to press the game. Cross comes in. Oh, it's a scrap in the box, but I think they're going to get away. I think they're going to get it away. Spurs still, Spurs 1, Chelsea 1, Spurs 0 in this game, guys. We're in injury time in that game. We're just waiting for that game, guys, to finish in halftime. I will be taking us halftime. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Mark. Mark's ahead of the game. Big up, Mark. Yeah, it's halftime in Chelsea versus Tottenham. Chelsea 1, Tottenham 0, guys, in that game. I will be doing the rest of that game as well when this game finishes between Bournemouth and Manchester City. I will be doing the rest of that game, guys, absolutely, between Bournemouth and Manchester City once this game finishes. Thanks, brother. Big up, Mark. Legend. Mine's is slow. I've got it on here, Mark, but it's just slow. Like it's just going halftime now for me. It's just halftime now. But yeah, I'm going to rely on Mark. Mark's got the insight, of course, guys. But it is 1-0 to Chelsea. And that means it's going to take it to the final game of the season for the relegation. Cross from Bournemouth in the corner. It's going to go for a goal kick. We got 15 minutes of this game and plus injury time in regards to Man City saving their title aspirations. Otherwise, Arsenal will be the champions, guys. Guys, Arsenal will be the champions. I never thought I'll say that again. But we are going to say that again. So Arsenal have won the top flight 13 times, guys. 13 times. All right. So they've won it 13 times. So that would be 14 for them. If they win, if they win the league tonight, they'll be win the league for 14th time in total. They won 3 Premier League titles. Premier League titles. Okay, so King has come on for Bournemouth. Is that King? Mamouche is on for Man City, as we know. We got about 14 minutes of this game. Jeez, come on, Mamouche, now. Big up, my friend Loki. Hope you're doing well. I don't love this scoreline. Why would you love this scoreline, Loki? I don't love anything about this situation that we're in, Loki. Clive, that's it, Mark. Thanks, bruv. I forgot. Lost my mind there for my bearings. I don't love this scoreline at all, Loki. I'm very, very disappointed that we're in this situation, that we have to love another team winning the league. I think only people from England truly understand how bad Arsenal are as a fan base. I think the only people who witnessed it are the English people. People born in London and beyond know how bad Arsenal are. And people are going to regret it when Arsenal win the league. Trust me. Trust me. They're going to see for the first time in their lives. I don't love another team losing or another team winning the league. I'm a Man United fan. Clive on for Bournemouth. Yes. Guys, thank you so much, Mark. Big up everyone who's in the stream, guys. Kill two birds with one stone. Let Chelsea and Spurs wrong about Arsenal. Worry about Arsenal. Let's Chelsea and Spurs worry about Arsenal. Not really, no. Not really, no, Loki. You don't really understand English football, mate. You think by justifying your hatred for Manchester City is making you look more like a Man United fan, but it doesn't. You know, it makes you seem like you're not in the know what Arsenal fans are. Arsenal fans are a big rival of Man United. They hate Man United. You know, if you weren't around to see it, then yeah. I love another team to win the league. Go and support Chelsea, mate. If you love another team to win the league, if you love another team to win, I love this score. My goodness me. Go to bed with them then. You know, go to bed with whatever team you want to win. Go and support Arsenal. I'm sure they'll have you. I'm sure they'll have you, Loki. I don't love anything about what's happened this season. I don't care. You think that Arsenal not Man United's rivals? Let me tell you, I've been a Man United fan 40 years, Loki. You know, and let me tell you right now, Arsenal are the most unbearable fan base, unbearable team in the world. They hate us, mate. More than Man City hate us, by the way. They hate us. You know, so I wouldn't say love anything about this scoreline. And listen to me, as a guy who's been to nearly 1,000 games in my lifetime with Man United, listen to me. I know everyone at Man United. And I'll tell you right now, you know, we hate Man City. Of course we do. You know what I mean? But this is ridiculous. Some people are misinformed. You know, they think that by hating Man City, they've got more legitimacy as a Man United fan. But no. It's a very disappointing situation for Man United. Right? For Man United to be in a position where we're watching one of Arsenal or Man City to win the league is a disgusting position that I didn't want to be in. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, loving this or loving that, I'm not loving anything about what's going on at the moment. And I don't think any Man United fan should, whether Man City win the league, whether Arsenal win the league. We shouldn't be loving this. We should be challenged for the bloody league title. That's what we should be doing. You know what I mean? I have to educate these kids, man. I have to educate these kids. Honestly, these kids, they don't really know ball, man. They don't know about the club, you know, and the heritage. Honestly, I'm harsh, but I have to. You know, people should be thanking me for this bloody game. You know that they should be thanking me for giving them the knowledge. You know, not to. If you want to be a winner in life, guys, you've got to stay away from wishing other teams to lose and hoping that team win and doing this. You know what I mean? I don't. I just watch it with contentful eyes, and that's what I do. And I'm like, you know, Man United shouldn't be in this position. You know, at the end of the day, I hope we're not. I hope in the future we're not. I hope Man United go and win the league next season. I hope we challenge for the league. That's all I hope so. Guys, absolutely. But about 9 minutes of this game to go, guys. It's still Bournemouth 1, Man City 0. It does look like Arsenal are going to win the league at this moment in time. It does look like Arsenal are going to win the league. And all we can say is congratulations to Arsenal. There's love, though, that's for sure. Love, you know. The other day, I heard someone say that they hope Alonso brings Chelsea. I'm like, what the hell are we doing here, guys? What the hell? They brings trophies back. Can't believe what I heard like last week. And then I'm seeing people love and all that love fest for Man United not winning the league. It's no joke to me. It's no joke to me. I want Man United to win the league, man. Honestly, I don't want this to happen. But it is what it is. So in this game, guys, we're 8 minutes for Man City to save their title aspirations. One of the most boring leagues I've ever seen. One of the most boring games. The only entertaining game we've watched this week has been Man United, isn't it? Is Man United against Nottingham Forest. That's the only boring. That's the only game that I've actually enjoyed watching. And not because it's Man United. It was actually a good game. Football. These games with Arsenal and Man City and Chelsea, they're boring, mate. Honestly, wait till Man United are back in that Champions League. We're going to be more entertaining. You watch. I think Mark Gay gave him this title, though. It was the Everton game that killed him, I think. It was that Everton game, that pass back that destroyed him in that game, in my opinion. I think it was that. Substitution. Ryan's coming off, the Brazilian. He's in the World Cup squad. Congratulations to Ryan. He's reaching the World Cup squad, guys. Ancelotti's World Cup squad. You will see him at the World Cup, guys. Ryan. He's coming off for Bournemouth. Done very well since he signed for Bournemouth. Absolutely brilliant. I did say, like, before Bournemouth signed him, we should have signed him. We could have got him for cheap. But yeah, he's done very well for Bournemouth, guys. Free kick to Man City. Man City need a goal from somewhere. It's going to be a corner. No, it's a goal kick. It's a goal kick here. The one thing I would say about football is that with Manchester City, you can't win it every year. They've won it a lot in the last 10 years. You can't win it every year. And that's the thing, isn't it? You know, they won it a lot. It's just the fact that Arsenal were winning it. I would much rather an Aston Villa would go and win it than that. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Sani, get ready for you. Sani knows. He knows. Get ready for constant noise pollution from Arsenal fans. You know what? I can't get away from it, Sani, because I have to do these. I have to do these streams with Arsenal fans, and it's going to be incredibly unbearable. You know what I mean? It's going to be incredibly unbearable, guys. You wait and see what happens. You know. I'm actually glad people are going to witness it though with their own eyes. They're going to see the obnoxious Arsenal fans, and then when it comes to about August, every single one of you people who gaslighting Arsenal, and they're going to say, you know what, I was wrong. I shouldn't have wanted them to win the league. They're awful. You're going to be like that. Trust me. I was like that. You know what I mean? At a time. So every single fan base, like, you know, in regards to Man City, in regards to Arsenal, all these teams are unbearable, mate. So I don't love anything about anything what's going on at the moment. Man, there's no Man City fans around. You can't see Man City. I'm in Abu Dhabi. You won't see Man City fans around. I'm in Abu Dhabi. You won't see Man City fans anywhere. I'm in the home of Man City. I mean, but you don't see them anywhere. You don't see Man City shirts. You see Man United shirts. You don't see Man City shirts. That's one thing. You know what I mean? So if Man City win the league, you hardly hear about it. They won a treble. No one cared. No one cared about it. Honestly, no one cared about. They won a treble and no one cared about it. Can you imagine? Like everyone, like, yeah, whatever. Guys, we've got 4 minutes. It's going to be Arsenal's title here, guys. It's going to be Arsenal's title. You know. Cleared away. Seven, 18, we came second with Jose with 81 points. Yeah. And that was the time mark where Man United should have went on and backed the manager. They should have backed Jose Mourinho the season afterwards. What they did is that we've got to second place and I thought, yeah, we're there now. We're there now. You know what I mean? That's what they did. And they didn't back him. And when Jose Mourinho came second, that's when they should have said, yeah, now how do we get first? But they didn't do it, did they? And everyone from behind us overtook us. You know what I mean? Dabizaz. Arsenal close to winning. Yuck. Big up, Dabizaz. I feel your pain. I feel your pain, my bro. Hi, big up, Kieran. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're blessed. Good to see you all. The way this league has gone is yuck. To be honest with you, it is yuck. Oh, almost a second goal for Bournemouth. Almost a second goal for Bournemouth. Here come Bournemouth again. Chance. Wide. I don't think they're gonna get a goal, man. See, it just looks like every time Bournemouth go forward, Bournemouth will look like they're more likely to score. Absolutely. The thing is, the difference between Arsenal and Man City this season, right? Regardless of what we think about Arsenal, right? Arsenal would have won this game. Arsenal would have found a way to win this game this season. And that's the thing. Whether they win it by corners, set pieces, they would have found a way to win this game. And that's the difference, isn't it? You know what I mean? One, as Man City just lost the chance of which Spurs hope Championship treats you well. They're still 2 points ahead of West Ham, though. They're still 2 points ahead of West Ham. So Tottenham. Second half is just about underway, guys, there. Because between Tottenham and Spurs. Tottenham are 1-0 down, but Tottenham will still be 2 points ahead of West Ham. Tottenham just need a draw in the final game. Tottenham need a draw in the final game. That's it. And who have Tottenham got in the final game? So in the final game, Spurs have got Everton at home. Everton at home. Spurs are safe, man. There's not even point writing about it now. Spurs are more than safe. You know, City generally is not bothered. They don't look bothered at all. I agree. Here comes City though on the attack. But City, to be honest with you, and they've been like this all season. I'll be honest. I've seen them like this all season. I've seen this lethargical sort of play all season. Kieran, Narsal seems like Pep seems more interested in. It seems like Pep seems more interested in what to do next rather than worrying about what happens on the pitch. Yeah, they don't care. Johnny, I'm not happy about anything, Johnny. Why we as Man United fans shouldn't be happy about Man City winning, losing, Arsenal winning the league, mate. Arsenal, the most unbearable fan base in the world. Arsenal going to win the league. I don't like both of them. I'm from London. I know what Arsenal fans are like. So, no, I'm not happy about anything. Nothing. Why would I be happy about watching another team lose the league title? We're third, mate. You know, we're not winning. We're not challenged for the league. I'm not happy about anything. I'm not loving this. I'm not happy about this or nothing. I just want to close up this league, delete this league, and think about next season and concentrate on Man United doing something next season. That's what I want to do. Stop being one of those. You know, when I was growing up supporting Man United, I promised myself I wouldn't be one of those guys who would be hoping that another team lose so that another team win the league. That's not Man United. I promised myself I wouldn't be that guy. That's loser mentality. You know, it's loser mentality. You know, and it's something that people used to do to us when we came second. You know, when we used to come second, people used to banter us and used to do things to us. I say, shut up, you came third and fourth and fifth and sixth. And it used to be like that. Do you know what I mean? I'll be like, who are you to say? Do you know what I mean? As long as West Ham draw or lose and safe, if Spurs draw, then West Ham will win it. Comes down to goal difference. Yeah, but Spurs are plus 12, Kieran, goal difference. I think they're plus 12. So there's no way that someone's going to win 13-0. Let me have a look. -10, -20. +12. West Ham are +12. I mean, there's no chance it's goal difference. No chance at all. Tottenham are way, way ahead of that. They're way, way ahead of goal difference. Ephraim, I do not care about Andy's team rather than United. Thank you, Ephraim. Big up yourself. This love fest for I'm going to be happy if this team wins. I'm going to love it if this team win. I'm going to be loving their tears and crying. We came third, mate. You know what I mean? We came third. We ain't won nothing. Man City have won 2 trophies this year. Why are they going to be crying? They can't win it every year. You know what I mean? They can't win it every. This is precisely why we needed the bloody Qataris, so we don't have this mentality where we're looking at other. You know what I mean? We're looking at other teams. They just won 2 trophies, mate. You know what I mean? What are they crying about? You know, you can't win the league every year. They won it 4 times in a row once. Goodness me. I'm on that mode where, you know, I want Man United to challenge now. I'm tired of like looking at Man City, looking at Liverpool, looking at Chelsea, looking at Arsenal winning the league. I'm tired of that. I want Man United to challenge. That's what I want. It's a free kick to Man City here, guys. In a dangerous position. There's only about 2 minutes left. I don't think they're going to... Mamouche is going to take it. He has to score this. Straight at the wall. They will counter-attack. Neither do I when it comes to these 2 teams. I enjoy the fight at the bottom. It's fantastic ball played. Big up, Kieran. I just don't look at other teams and I think, like, how can anyone want to banter Man City when they just won the double, the domestic double? They won the League Cup and FA Cup. There's only 3 trophies to play for in domestic English football, and they won 2 of them. So I don't think we can say anything. You know, as much as I don't like Man City, and I don't, but I look at this and I think, oh, hit the post. 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, guys. We've got a minute to go. 1-1. Man City have equalised. Man City have equalised. One-one. Haaland with the goal. Good goal. Smashed it in the back of the net. But they've only got a minute to go, guys, here. They've started this too late, to be honest with you. It was a good finish from Haaland, but it's 1-1. So, which 2 teams are up automatically, seeing that Saturday is the final for promotion top 3? Not too sure, you know. I haven't even looked. I ain't been paying attention, if I'm honest. But long ball for Man City. Man City now. I mean, if they go and win this game, that'd be incredible, wouldn't it? It's a free kick. Now, Man City needs to get all their players into the box here. This is becoming interesting, guys. They haven't got long. There's only 6 minutes. There should have been 8, but there's only 6. Anyway, they got to take this very quickly. They've got 15 seconds, guys, of their title aspirations. They play it long here. Here come Man City, though, on the attack. They're going into the box here. Man City flood the area. They're getting in each other's way. My goodness me. They're getting each other's way there. Man City. It's going to be full time here. They've wasted too little time. It's over. Arsenal are the champions, guys. Congratulations to Arsenal on winning the Premier League title, guys. For the first time since 2004, Arsenal are the champions. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to Mikel Arteta. And congratulations to the fans. They will be the champions. And there we go, guys. Now, can we watch the World Cup? Can we watch the World Cup? And that's about it. Arsenal's are champions. Absolutely, Mark. You said it there. Congratulations. Look, congratulations to Arsenal for winning the title. Well played, mate. And let me just tell you, we're coming for your title next season. Don't worry about that. We're going to come for your title next season. Congratulations to Arsenal. But, guys, am I happy? Absolutely not. I'm not happy about anything being in this situation at the end of the day. That's it. Well done, Arsenal. May you treasure this title. May you treasure this title. That's it. That's all you can say, guys. Congrats, Arsenal. Yeah, congrats to Arsenal. Champions League hate along, generational hate along, Chow. I hope you can join me for that, my friend. Generational hate along is coming, guys. It really is. Arsenal are the champions. Congratulations to Arsenal. Honestly, really congratulations to Arsenal. Well done to them. And well done to Mikel Arteta. And well done to the Football Club of Arsenal, guys. And yeah, well deserved. That's it. And yeah, you don't win the league by luck. You know, whatever has happened has happened. Decisions and stuff like that, not bothered. They won the league, and that's it. And they made a way. They found a way to win the league, and that's all you can do. You can only find a way to win the league, isn't it? That's all you can do is find a way to win the league, guys. Arsenal are the Premier League champions, guys. They're the champions of England. Congratulations to them. The first time in 22 years, they're the champions of England, guys. The first time in 22 years that they are the champions. Congratulations to Arsenal. Fair play to them. That's all I can say about that. That's it. Glad one of C's bottled the league. I'm not glad about anything, Kenny. Not glad about anything. And you shouldn't be either as a Man United fan. You should be upset that this has happened. They've won the domestic double, Kenny. Can I just remind you of that? They won the domestic double, mate. Who are we to talk about Man City this season? We can't say nothing, mate. Sal, you know we are going to hear the end of this. Arsenal will be when you know more than Kenny. Kenny doesn't know that, does he? He's oblivious. Look, what I would say, I'm turning it over to the Spurs game now. I'm not watching Arsenal fans celebrating, so I'm going to watch the Spurs game. So it's still 1-0 between Spurs and Tottenham, guys. Spurs are going to take it down to the last game in regards to relegation. You know, big up Ephraim, big up my friend. Yeah, all you can do is say congratulations to Arsenal. Am I glad? I'm not glad about anything. I'm not glad. I'm not glad that Man City won the domestic double. No. You know, Man United came third and we're celebrating. We got to up our levels, guys. This is what we're talking about. We've got, as our Man United fan base, we got to up our levels. We got to go for it next season. That's what we need to do. Do you know what I mean? And that's all I care about is us upping our levels and get into a title challenge. All right. It's nothing. I want them to look at this. I want the Man United players to look at this and say, look, why can't we win the league? Why can't we win the league? You know what I mean? That's what I want us to look at, not just celebrate other teams winning and being happy that other teams win. It's not for me, man. It's not for me. It's not for me. You know, I can't do it, but I can congratulate. I can say, well done. You know, congratulations. Well deserved. Am I happy? No. Am I glad about Man City winning a domestic double? No. Arsenal won the league. Man City won a domestic double, guys, this season. What? Like, you can't get any worse than that unless Liverpool go out, you know, won something. You can't get worse than that for me, you know. I'm glad we're in the Champions League. We can bring it and say that we can now fish the best players knowing a lot. I hope so, Kieran. Absolutely. I hope so. I really do hope so. We have to. We got a lot of work to do, Kieran. You know, a lot of work to do in regards to that. There is a lot of work to do. Hopefully we enter next season with with enthusiasm. You know what I mean? I would say with enthusiasm and stuff. Corner to Tottenham. Hopefully we enter it with enthusiasm. Is it a corner or is it a goal kick? It's a corner. Tottenham will be taking a corner here. Guys. If Tottenham don't win, they got a last game against Everton. I fully expect them to get a draw against Everton. Tottenham, in theory, only need a draw, of course. They only need a draw to survive. Tottenham. So it's going to be a corner taken here. Cross comes in. Header down straight at the goalkeeper. Richarlison with a header. We got 32 minutes in this game, guys. Chelsea 1, Tottenham 0. Courtesy of Enzo Fernandez strike in the first half. Guys, big up everyone who's staying with me. Big up everyone who's staying with me. I hope you're doing well. Cucurella. I'll be back, guys, but Cucurella. Legend, Mark. You're a legend, my bro. Always good to see you, my friend. Kieran, anticipating next season fixtures, by the way, what you think or our free kits? What do you think of our free kits next season? I like the white one. I like the blue one. However, what I would say to you is, where's our creativity gone? Where's our originality gone? Because we keep copying old kits, right? I think the home one is boring. I'll be honest. I think it's boring. It lacks creativity. But the blue one copies the away one to this, the away one to this, and we haven't got any originality there and stuff like that. But I don't buy kits anymore, unfortunately, Kieran. Because of the Glazers, I don't buy them. I don't put money in their pocket, sadly. Even though I've liked a few of our kits over the years, I don't put money in their pocket, sadly. Ephraim, we are not in a position to banter City. Ephraim, you got ball knowledge, Ephraim. Let me tell you, I like Ephraim because he knows what he's talking about. We are not in a position to banter anyone right now. Right, we are in a position where if we banter someone, we look like losers. Because we go and banter Man City, they can turn around to us and say, "What did you win this season? Oh, you came third. Well done. What did you win this season?" And we were the same when we won the FA Cup. When Arsenal didn't win anything, and we won the FA Cup, and we were the same. What did you win this season? They won the domestic double and came second in the league, guys. Mandem, PSG have to say football, guys. Listen, I am PSG from now to the 30th of May, and I will be a proper supporter of PSG on the 30th of May. There will be a generational, guys, generational hate along. Guys, anyone want to feel comforted by me? Anyone want to come on this stream, want to talk, who are very upset about Arsenal winning the league? You're more than welcome, guys. I know how it is. I know how it is. If you're not happy and stuff, big up, Kieran. Kieran, we are glad they got what they got. However, we are proud to say we are 15th last season and 3rd in 12 months later. I'm not proud, Kieran. I'm sorry. No, not until we win the league. Because we came 15th last season because of circumstantial situation, because of context. We are nowhere near where we want to be. I'm not proud. I'm proud to win a treble. I've seen a treble, Kieran, in front of my own eyes at the new camp. I don't want us Man United fans being content and being proud of lack of achievement. I can't be proud of that. I think it's a loser mentality. I'm sorry. It's no offense to anybody, but I just think it's a loser mentality for us to be proud of nothing or finishing 3rd. I cried when we came 2nd in 1995. I cried my eyes out. I don't want to know whether we came 15th or not. Bloody Arsenal won the league. That Arsenal team won the league. I can't be proud. Not bothered about Arsenal, but would love to chat to you in the community. Big up, my friend. Big up. United are rising again. Yeah, we should do that. We'll do that at the weekend, Mark. We'll have some because it's late here. We'll have some phone-ins and stuff. Why don't we do that at the weekend, eh? During the Man United and Brighton game. Let's do that. Let's make it. Let's pencil it in. It'd be good to have. It'd be good to have a chat with the community and stuff like that. Definitely, it'd be good to have a chat with the community. United rise again. Arsenal cheated their way to it. Rules change next season. They do. A few rules don't change it. Wedding day monograms. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Wedding day monograms. Hope you're blessed. The rules do change quite significantly, especially in regards to the offside rule as well, isn't it? The offside rule is a problem. That's going to be a problem, definitely. Kieran, Carrick and the boys will get to at least 2 cups, and which may include the league. I don't know. What makes you think that? We lost the Leeds after the first time in 45 years. We lost to a 10-man Newcastle United. Don't be deceived by that performance, which had no pressure on that game against Nottingham Forest. I'll wait and see. I'll wait and see what our team is next season. I'm not going to say we're going to win that. We're going to win that. I'm not going to say that. I'll say we should be aiming to win that. Definitely. We should be aiming for the league next season. That's what we should be aiming for. We're not going to win that because I don't think tactically Michael Carrick is very good, you know. But we'll have to wait and see. I think Ariola's better. Number 21 next season, Kenny, we'll have to wait and see. Certainly Kenny's not going to make it happen. He's celebrating Man City losing. Wedding day, the VAR and a few refs on their side. Everyone. Mandem. We clearly have a draw the line when it's the Champions League. Arsenal never wins the Champions League. And for what we love about this game, and it's near and dear to our hearts, PSG should win. Come on, Mandem. We're in the same page, my guy. We're in the same page. That's exactly what we need. Exactly. We need a PSG win. Love tuning in, Sal. Thank you so much, Wedding Monograms. Hope you're doing well. Keep up the good work. Love how honest you are. Easy to listen to. Thank you so much, Wedding Monograms. I appreciate you. I'll try my best. I'm very angry, mate. I'll be honest. I'm not in a way to be happy about anything at the moment because, I'm not proud of where we are. I'm not happy that Man City lost the league. I'm not happy that Arsenal won the league. I'm not disappointed. I'm not angry about Arsenal enough. That I'm angry about ourselves. I'm angry about us. I really do hope things go well because, it can all go pear-shaped, couldn't it? Leighton, big up. Man United should always have been a winning mentality. We should go for it. So Alex built this club up and we should keep it going with Carrick. Thank you, Leighton. Absolutely. Man United should be aiming for the league. I don't want to hear any Man United fans getting giddy tonight. Why are we getting giddy for? Can someone explain to me why? What are we? We came third. Wow. As I said to you, 1995, we came second. I cried. Now, Man United should be winning the league for crying out loud. Arsenal are rival, Man City are rival, Chelsea are rival, Liverpool are rival. They're all rivals. They all hate us. It's as simple as that. That's what they all have in common. They don't like us. So, look, Man United coming third is what I predicted at the beginning of the season. I knew we'd come third because this league is crap. That's why we came third. I predicted that at the beginning of the season. You can scroll back to the beginning of the season and see what I was saying. I said we're going to come top 3. And here we are, The way Arsenal are playing, wedding day monograms, the way Arsenal are playing, right? I can see them getting slapped up. I really can. I can see them getting slapped up. PSG all the way, absolutely, Kieran. Saw that Arsenal will have at least 300 million to spend in the summer. This is why our board should be serious about getting the quality signings as soon as possible for us, at least to compete next season. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. And the first signing should be Elliot Anderson. He should be the first signing that comes through the door. He should be the first one that comes to the football club. And then we move on from there and we go after the other players and stuff like that. He should be the first player that comes to the football club, Then we obviously can sign 2 more. The draw nearly gives LC the Champions League, which Slot still bottles it. Nah, you've got the Champions League. Congratulations. You've got the Champions League, mate. 2-0 to Chelsea. 2-0 to Chelsea, guys. The goal difference is plus 11. Chelsea have scored. Is it Esteval who's got the goal? Chelsea have scored, guys. I believe it's 2-0 to Chelsea. Tottenham are arguing amongst each other. I don't know why they're arguing amongst each other, but it's 2-0 to Chelsea, guys. Thank goodness for goal difference, isn't it? That's all I would say in regards to Arsenal, F Arsenal, the most arrogant and delusional fan base in the planet. Yeah, they are. Yeah, Tottenham are in trouble here, guys. Well, Tottenham are going to be saved by their goal difference. The thing is, they got to win they got to draw the last game of the season. Anfield. I want to see slot 7-1-2 versus Brentford, Mamadashvili, Gomez, Van Dijk, Ibu, Kirkis, Bobo, Frimpong, Szoboszlai, Gravison, Salah, and yeah, I know. I get you what you're saying there. I was thinking 7. You got the players from that. Goodness me. Yeah, Kenny, they just need a point. You know, Mark, the JJ and Bruno preseason is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see JJ next season. I can't wait to see Jim Freites, Kukunki. Apparently, Kukunki and Jim Freites are coming into the squad against Brighton. That should be exciting. Apparently, they're coming in for Brighton. Yeah, got it, Ephraim. Thanks, man. Bigger Anfield. You got this, mate. You're going to be in the Champions League next season. Don't worry about that. You're going to be in the Champions League, mate. Liverpool should be in the Champions League. Oh, man. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash a like, subscribe if you're new, guys. Be great to get your subscriptions. Be great to welcome you to the YouTube, the Stretford Post family, of course, guys. And welcome to the regulars, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight, guys. Really appreciate you all, of course. Absolutely. Appreciate you all. Big up everyone, guys. We've got about 20 minutes in this game, guys, left in regards to Spurs and Chelsea. Spurs are taking it to the last game, but not in regards to trophies, in regards to relegation. Here comes Cole Palmer. Good play. Saved by the goalkeeper. Saved by the goalkeeper. Keyword, definitely Anfield. Yeah, you're not guaranteed anything. Definitely not. But that is the key word, 100%. Yeah, it's 100%. That's the key word. With me, guys, Anfield and all that. We have rivalry with Liverpool, right? And we've had rivalry, but the rivalry there, and I would say this very, very clearly to everyone. I've been to hundreds of Man United games, right? I used to travel up from London to go and see Man United, and after the game, sometimes there were no trains to go back to London. So I would wait until 1 o'clock in the morning to get a train down to Sheffield to Nottingham, then Nottingham down to London. And I would then go back to work the next day. And I used to do this. But there's been many, many times, guys, that I would meet Liverpool fans at Manchester Piccadilly, and we have a good conversation about football, real football, good conversation. This is the thing. Now, us and Liverpool are rivals. From the days of shipping and cotton and stuff, we're rivals. We don't like each other, right? That's fine. But one thing we have in common is success, right? And we've seen it all. And that's the one thing I would say about it. And I would banter and all that stuff like that. But I've never sat at Manchester Piccadilly and had a conversation with like an Arsenal fan and thought, you know what? That was compelling conversation. You know, never. You know, they don't know how to debate. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to articulate sentences together. I also think that a player that comes to United must want to come for not money, but to play for this great club and keep up the good work. Good work. Thank you so much, Leighton. I agree, mate. I agree 100%. It's not only about signing the talent, it's about signing the man, isn't it? It's about signing the mentality as well. And we got to make sure that the ambition for the players, you know, is to win trophies, is to want to win with Manchester United. And I would love it if they understood our legacy, you know, and understood where we came from, our history and our heritage. I would love that, you know, because I do believe there are many players that come into Man United who don't really understand Man United, what we are. Like, and I'll say some of the fans as well, like I've seen tonight, people, you know, celebrating, you know, Arsenal winning a league because Man City didn't win the league. And that's something that I never thought I never want to be. You know, I don't want to be celebrating anyone winning a league apart from Manchester United, of course, you know, and England because I'm English. But yeah, but you know what I would say is this: this summer's massive, Leighton. This summer's massive, and here come Tottenham back heel goal, great goal actually, great goal, great little back heel there, good little bit of improvisation, guys. Richarlison's got the ball. Goal for Spurs. 2-1. 2-1, guys. Alex, imagine if the refs were on the side of the game, not Arsenal side. Anyone could have win. You know what it is? Anyone can win the league when the referees are on your side. Man United can win the league. Man United would have won the league if the referees were on their side. You know what I mean? And that was a great little back flip from Mawani. Brilliant bit of improvisation. Anyone can win the league if the referees are on your side. You know, there's those little 50-50 challenges and even the decisions that you don't notice that they get, you know. But like I said, guys, you know, Arsenal won the league. Congratulations to them. They are the 2025-26 champions. And we say well done to them. And fair play, you know, they've done it. They found a way to win the league. Whether that's with the referees, whether that's with VAR, then they've done it, haven't they? Well, I don't know what they've done, but they've certainly got the backing of the VAR and the referees, that's for certain. But I would say congratulations to them. And yeah, we're coming for your title next season. And that's how we should be acting. You know what I mean? We're coming for your title next season. And that's what it should be. 15 minutes ago in this guys, 2-1. Last few streams ago, someone said that Alarm was a gentleman. I believe Schweinsteiger was the same. Crazy how he treated when he came to MUFC. Schweinsteiger was treated pretty well, Mark, but he was injury prone. We got him at the wrong end of his career. He was too injury prone. The only person that I don't think treated him as well as he should was Louis van Gaal, I think it was. Was it Louis van Gaal? I think Louis van Gaal. I said it. I've made my opinion very clear about Louis van Gaal. I've never felt that Louis van Gaal was a world-class manager. Always felt that Louis van Gaal was a little bit overrated as a manager. And I felt like this for like 30 years, you know. In 98-99, when we played Barcelona, Louis van Gaal was the manager. Louis van Gaal was the manager of Barcelona, and he had a great team there. He had Rivaldo, Luis Enrique, Pep Guardiola, Anderson. You know, he had a great team there, and he couldn't succeed with that team. And I was like, thank goodness Louis van Gaal ain't our manager. Lo and behold, he became Man United manager nearly 20 years later. Unbelievable, isn't it? He should never been Man United manager. Neither should David Moyes. They should have never been Man United manager. Absolutely not. But big everyone in the stream. I respect everyone in the stream. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, it's 2-1 to Spurs, Mark. Yeah. Here comes Palmer. 76 minutes on the clock, guys. Bastian Schweinsteiger was banned from playing reserve football at Manchester United by manager Jose Mourinho. Yeah, probably. He loves Man United, though. That's one thing about Bastian Schweinsteiger. He loves Man United. That's what I like about him. Every time you see him tweeting a nice thing about Man United, and he generally supports Man United. That's one thing I would say about Bastian Schweinsteiger. He generally loves Man United. And there's been so many instances, Mark, over the last, since Alex Ferguson retired, that there's been toxic situations that we've been through. And this is why I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City doing bits. I'm tired of them winning leagues. I'm tired of them winning trophies. I want Man United to come back. I'm tired of that toxicity that we've been through, you know. Now it's just going to start again, like Arsenal win the league, You can't say the same about Neville and Scholes. Neville's after his own interest, all after their own interest. They got to start supporting their football team. That's what I would say. The football team that made them, who gave them a platform, seems like they hate Man United. You know what it is? They know that hating Man United is good for Sky. It's good for clicks. They know that hating Man United is good for clicks. It is, because the whole of Sky Sports, the whole of media, there's many media personnel who support Arsenal, who support Liverpool, Chelsea. I was in media 20 years. I was in the music industry. I had a record label. I met up with loads of people from Sky Sports, from all different various channels. And the majority of them were not Man United fans. Let me tell you that right now. It's very rare you find a Man United fan. It's funny, isn't it? This is why you'll see Gary Neville and you'll see, Paul Scholes and that feeding into that narrative, that anti-Man United sort of narrative and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I'll say about that. But yeah, they should be supporting the football club that gave them their life, that gave them their wife, that gave them their kids, that gave them everything. That's what it is, though, isn't it? Let's be real here. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for Man United, they wouldn't have any of that stuff. Do you know what I mean? I would say that. Absolutely. Don't forget to smash a like, guys. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. Really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Arsenal are the champions, guys, of England, 2025, 2026. Congratulations to Arsenal for winning the league, guys. I've said it, and that's it. You won't hear it again for the next 2 months. Till the you won't hear it again. Listen, what I would say to you guys is record this, because you're not going to hear it much from me. You're definitely not going to hear it much from me. You're not going to hear me saying Arsenal are the champions very much, guys. When's the World Cup starting? That's what I want to know. Definitely. When's the World Cup starting? I'm looking for the World Cup. 23 days, the World Cup starting. 23 days is the World Cup. I'm looking forward to that. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Guys, we've got about 10 minutes to go in this game. Tottenham are still losing by 2-1. His attack here. Jed Spence passes it out wide. Cross comes in. Good bit of play there. Good play from Tottenham. He loses the ball. Gallagher shouldn't have lost the ball there. Was it Gallagher? But Chelsea can counter-attack here. They can counter-attack here. So Chelsea could be dangerous on the break. Delap. It's a foul for Chelsea. Enzo's fouled. The 2026 World Cup will start on the Thursday, 11th June 26 with, 23 days with the opening match between Mexico and South Africa. And like, I know, mate. I'm doing the watch-along, mate. I got the rights for it. Got to do the watch-along. Got a lot of things going on with it. Mark, you don't need to give me the details, mate. You do know I'm doing the watch-along for it, mate. I know everything about the World Cup. I said 23 days. It's coming. You know? Goodness me. Mark. I know you are, Mark. I know you're going to be watching with me. I don't know how much I can do, though, Mark. I'll be honest with you, with all banter aside. I don't know how I'm going to do all of it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and do every game. However, it would include being an owl, an owl for a whole month, because I'll be sleeping during the day and doing the night. But I can't do that because I have too much responsibilities during the day. Yeah, they're crazy, but we'll be there, Kenny. I'll be there. I've got some big things going. I've got some people in America. We're going to be having coverage, like people, interviews and things like that. It's going to be a great, great time, guys. We're going to have a good time. And hopefully we all can get involved. The whole community can get involved. It's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be fun. Free kick to Chelsea. It's about 9 minutes to go. Palmer, straight at the wall. Straight at the wall from Palmer. I'll be back, guys. Yep, we do. Big up, everyone. The 19th, I believe, of the next month. What's the 19th of next month, Alex? What's the 19th of next month? Yeah, the opening game should be fun. Let me see what time it's on. Again, South Africa versus... What a dead game to start the World Cup. It's not going to start with a bang, is it? 11 p.m. It's about this time, isn't it? So 11 p.m. it will start for me. Here comes Spurs, though. Spurs on the attack. Carlson, good chance for Tottenham. Well tackled there. Great tackle from Hatto. Great tackle from Hatto. Very good tackle. Fair play to Hatto. That was a great challenge. Fair play to him. Gallagher should have put that in the back of the net, to be honest with you. But it was a great challenge. You can't say anything about that. That was a great challenge. The corner's going to be coming in, guys. Corner's going to come in for Spurs, looking to make it 2-2. Scuffling in the box. They're going to take it back. Yeah, the scuffling in the box. Yeah, it's a yellow card. They're going to take it back. They're claiming a penalty. What's going on here? They're claiming a penalty. That could be a penalty for Spurs, you know. Cucurella was holding the player down. He pushed the player down. Cucurella was holding the player down. That could be a penalty. That could be a penalty for Spurs. When the ball is in play and the player's fouling the player, that could be a penalty. Look at Cucurella there. Wow. Wrestled him to the ground. Wrestled him to the ground. That shouldn't be happening, guys. That could be a penalty for Spurs. He wrestled him to the ground there. And that happened before the incident. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? I wonder what's going to happen here, because I've seen penalties like that given for England in 2018 World Cup. Do you remember the 2018 World Cup? Some penalties were given like that. One was given for Harry Kane, if I remember. Anyway, it's a corner to Tottenham with 5 minutes to go of this game, guys. They're saying it's a penalty. Tottenham are saying it's a penalty. They said that the ball was in play. I agree. I thought that should have been a penalty. All the shenanigans going on there. It's proper rivalry here. This is funny. Chelsea don't like Tottenham. You know the history between Chelsea and Tottenham. Oh, he's dropped it. The goalkeeper's got it the second attempt. He's got it in the second attempt. He's got it on the second attempt. Anyway, Chelsea here, still leading by 2-1. He's free. Is that a foul? It's going to be a foul. It's a foul for Tottenham. It's a little bit soft. It's a yellow card for Delap. It was a yellow card for Delap. It's a foul for Tottenham. It's a yellow card. It's a little bit soft. Yeah, actually, he did put his arm in his face there. That was a foul. That was a foul. He put his arm in his face there. That's dangerous, actually. That's an elbow. Ouch. That looked a little bit nasty. There you go, everyone. Don't forget to smash a like on the video, guys. If you can do that, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that one looked a little bit nasty. Yeah. For me, Tottenham are still going to be relatively safe, right? If they draw against Everton, they can draw against Everton and still be safe because of that astronomical goal difference of theirs. Throw into Chelsea. Substitution here for Chelsea coming up. So as things stand, Tottenham will be going into the final game of the season needing a draw. If I'm not wrong, most likely needed a draw because obviously the goal difference is astronomical. So I think they will survive if they get a draw. Garnacho's coming in for Chelsea, but if Tottenham win, they will be safe, obviously. But if they lose, they are playing Everton at home, mind you. So I don't think they're going to lose that game. I don't think they're going to lose that. If they lose, then obviously West Ham can pounce. But it does look right now that West Ham will be playing in the Championship next season, in my opinion. But again, Tottenham losing to Chelsea. So it's a bit of a tradition, isn't it? You know, it's a bit of a tradition. Tottenham losing to Chelsea. Anyway, Tottenham there looking for an equaliser. 1 point would do it, I feel, for Tottenham. If they equalise, I think they're safe. I would like it to go down to the last game. It would be quite entertaining, to be honest with you. It'd be quite entertaining. If Spurs or West Ham go down, do you think they will bounce back? Not necessarily, no. No, I don't think West Ham bounced back straight away last time. When you go down, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to pick yourself up. I mean, Leeds United, look how long Leeds United were down. Coventry City were down from 2001. It took them 25 years. Coventry City, Coventry City with Darren Huckabee, Peter Enlove, Gordon Strachan, all these people, Dion Dublin. It took them 25 years, a quarter of a century to go back up. There's no guarantee, It's no guarantee. It's very hard down there. I know because I worked in League One. I've worked with a team called Leyton Orient, and the quality's not bad, and it's very difficult. Because you're playing like 2-3 times a week as well. You know what I mean? It's very difficult. Here comes Richarlison, Gallagher. Chelsea on the attack here. Garnacho passes it out wide here. They're just happy to take it to corner. 7 minutes of injury time, by the way, guys. 7 minutes of injury time. We've got 6 minutes of that to go. 6 minutes of that to go, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today, by the way, guys. Really appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. Sal, apart from English kit, which kit you like in the World Cup? I ain't really looked at them. Let me have a look. 2026 World Cup kits. So the official store. Let me have a look at this. Brazil looks nice. The Jordan Brazil looks nice. I like the Jordan Brazil. England is England. I don't like Argentina kit. Yellow card coming out here for the Chelsea player. The Nigeria away looks nice. Nigeria away. Nigeria always make nice kits. I like the Nigeria away kit. Nah, that one I don't like. Canada's not bad. The Canada away one, the black one, that's not bad. Italy are not in the World Cup. Let's not even think about that. Germany's away jersey. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Germany always doing it, ain't they? Germany always making the nice kits. They're always making the nice kits, they are. Argentina, it's a little bit too much. Mexico away is not bad. Mexico away is not bad. If I was to pick any one of these, I'd probably pick. Let me have a look. Let me see. I will probably go for the Germany away. $150, guys. You guys, $150. Wow. I'll probably go for the Germany away. I think that is very nice. But the Brazil as well. Over the bar from Madison. But the Brazil away with the Jordan is very nice. Beautiful. How do you get sponsored by Jordan? That's what I want to know. How on earth do you get sponsored by Jordan? That's what I want to know. Share your screen. I know I should, shouldn't I? I'm gonna show you guys. My computer's a bit slow. 1 second. Let me see. Google. What am I doing? 2026 World Cup kits. Here we go. I'm going to share the screen with you now. So I'm going to look at I'm going to go show you the screen that I was looking at just now. It's still 2-1 to Tottenham to Chelsea. I'm going to show you the screen. Official World Cup jersey. Here we go. So let's have a look at this. Where's it gone? There it is. So let's have a look at this. So here we got the chance of Spurs. Here we got the USA one. So that's the USA one. The Brazil one, this is the one I'm looking at. I think that's lovely. $100. I think that's lovely. I think that one's right. I'm gonna get one for the World Cup. I'm gonna choose it wisely. But you know what I like? I always like the Nigerian kit, and I'll show you it. I like the Nigerian kits, man. I always do. I like that. That's lovely. The Nigeria kit, that is nice. That's nice. I like that one. Brazil, the home one's typical. The other one I was looking at is this one, the Canadian one. I like this imagination. You see Man United? Look at this creativity and imagination. I want Man United to look at this. Look at this. This is Canada. Look at the creativity and imagination. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. You know, we're so dull with our kits. We've got 1 minute to go, guys. France, a little bit boring. This is the one I was looking at as well. The Germany one. I was looking at the Germany one. $150, guys. Unreal. That's pretty nice though. That is pretty nice. I like that. I like that. Is there any more that it might come up? Spain one. It's not bad, that one though. I do like the colors. Spain one's not bad. I do like the colors. That's quite nice. That's quite nice. That's smart. That is. That is smart. I like that one. That's about it, isn't it? The others are old. It's going to be full time in that game, guys. It's going to be full time, guys, in the game against Tottenham. And Tottenham are 2-1 up at the moment. Tottenham are 2-1 down at the moment. They're going to be fighting on the last day of the season for relegation, guys. It's going to be a tough one for them. Worst Premier League champions ever. Absolutely, Benny. Awful, isn't it? Full time, guys. Chelsea have defeated Tottenham by 2-1. Tottenham's future hangs in the balance. They have to go to the last game of the season, guys, against Everton at home, guys, and they have to win, theoretically. They can get a draw and still survive. Their goal difference is really, really strong. So they can get a draw, of course, guys. I want the Argentinian one. I don't buy Argentinian one, man. I won't buy the Argentinian one. I don't like Messi. I don't like Messi. Thanks, Mark. You're a legend, my bro. Thank you, everyone. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smash a like on the video if you can, guys. And we will see you tomorrow, guys. I'll be here for the live watch along, of course, for the Europa League final, guys. Join me for the Europa League final. And also, guys, don't forget, Breaking Dawn early in the morning. We wait until the weekend, guys. Arsenal were the champions. Tottenham Hotspur have to wait until the weekend to see if they're safe in the Premier League. Guys, it's been a crazy one, hasn't it? But guys, have a great night. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys, for both games. Really appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow morning for Breaking Dawn. See you soon. Peace.